Warning, this show uses explicit language and adult topics. And just in case you needed the reminder, you are about to hear a comedy show, or at least an attempt at one. So without further ado and further introductions, let's get disappointing.
Well, if you don't like my show, don't curse your radio. You know that no one likes my company anyway. But if you listen closely and talk intelligently, then maybe you can be a disappointment.
Please enjoy your first culture shock. What can I say about my two guests that I haven't edited out a million of their names so I don't fucking describe them to the world too much? I love them both. They mean a lot to me. It meant a lot that they came on the show, and I can't believe the episode's finally coming out after me editing it for so long. Now, you, the world, get to hear the absolute ridiculous shit that one girl named Daddy says to the world, and one frizzy yet curly-haired individual says, you know what, fuck it, we're here, let's do it. So please enjoy Genie in a Bottle by Christina Aguilera. I thought that'd be a funny first song. If you don't like it, suck a dick, I guess you can skip it. But if you're not, guess one, guess two. I'm going to do my damn best not to say your name, so I don't have to edit it out. Please enjoy after this.
Saying no. If you wanna be with me, baby, there's a price to pay. I'm not cheating about all people. If you wanna be with me, I can make your wish come true. You gotta make a big impression. You gotta like what you do. If you wanna be with me, baby, there's a price to pay. I'm not cheating about all. You gotta let me go. If you wanna be with me, I can make your wish come true. Just come and set me free, baby, and I'll be with you. I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Come on and let me out.
Meow, indeed. Meow. So this, can you hear that fucking plane in the background? I'm gonna leave this in the recording because I hope you can with this. It literally sounds like 9/11 is about to happen right on top of me. Like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus Murphy. I didn't think that joke would be in this, but hey, comedy comes in threes, and we had 3 guests, so I guess we all came. But these 2 individuals, these ladies, they of the night, because they came at night, so I guess that, and came. But I'll stop while I'm ahead. The joke I had planned was if somebody's acting like a dumb bitch, maybe, you know, she's really not one, and maybe she wants something out of you. Maybe she's having sexy time thoughts, and maybe she's playing you right before your eyes, and you're too dumb to notice. So you're the dumb guy that's falling with the dumb bitch. When really it's just an act. But hey, our 2 guests were not dumb bitches. They're 2 friends of mine, and I hope you fall in love with them over the show like I have too. So please enjoy Dumb Bitches by Young Serial and Baby Frankie. After this, we'll be back with the first part of the show. Enjoy.
I would go over just to see what the fuck he wants. What do you think he wants? I know, but I have to experience it in person.
I got dumb bitch-itis. I might even be a side chick. You take 5 hours, I'll reply quick. Cause I got dumb bitch-itis. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. Drive your daddy's guinea, but yeah, fuck it, I'll get in it. No, you're talking to Vanessa, but I'm still gonna let you hit it. Yeah, might be clowning, but I'm with it. I'm a dumb bitch. I ain't done, bitch. You better run, bitch. Cause I got dumb bitch-itis. I might even be a side chick. You take 5 hours, I'll reply quick. Cause I got dumb bitch-itis. Wish I had a potion, could kill all these emotions. Cause all these boys are broken, better not break like a Trojan. And you do not deserve a snapback, but I'll still be looking like a snack on your Snapchat. I'm a dumb bitch. I ain't done, bitch. You better run, bitch.
I told you I'm fucking stupid.
Cause I got dumb bitch-itis. I might even be a side chick. You take 5 hours, I'll reply quick. Cause I got dumb bitch-itis. Cause I got dumb bitch-itis.
Before I even let the fucking show come back, I think I need to end it on the note that I said dumb bitches, and it's definitely dumb bitch-itis, and I'm fucking retarded. I wish I had a better word for that, but I'm just upset at myself. So please enjoy the first part of the show, and we'll be back after this. You see if the audio's recording. Yeah, I think that's fine. I have to know, like...
Can I get a... I can't even...
Can I get a... I just think it's important to, like, test the audio before we go. Okay.
Do you call her daddy?
I call everybody daddy.
Her
I call everybody baby.
baby?
Like, what up? Well, no, not even like that.
Have
Like,
you seen
because I usually say to most of my male friends, like, what up, baby?
See, like, that's funny because, like, I sit here and be like, all right, let's go, boys. Like, with no matter the crowd, like, let's go, boys. Or I said it down there with the picture. I was like, that's good, boys. Like, it's...
Well, I'm going to ask a very intrusive question, so I'm excited.
Right.
So, in cushion 1 is...
Emiliee Banks.
And in cushion 2, we have...
Mariah Hankins.
And this is the Dissappointing Radio Show. I'm probably going to call our first guest Daddy a lot to not confuse everybody, because she likes to be called Daddy. But this is the Dissappointing Radio Show. I'm glad you're back, America, or any people outside of America. I guess some people in, like, Europe started listening, and they're just very confused.
Oh, wait. Like, do you know what part?
I guess I could look it up, but I'm kind of a lazy sack of shit, so I don't know if it'll, like, break it down that much.
Yeah, it happens.
But, like, this show is my chance to really, like, dive into the minds of my guests. And I really like to, like, explore them personally and ask the things I've always wanted to know.
You're
So,
no
like,
clue what's up here right now.
exactly. So, like, when I
You're not going.
interviewed I interviewed Trevor Hall, I was like, you know, how do you masturbate, man? Like, I've always wanted to know that.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, big dick, 3 fingers. And I'm like, that's not at all what I thought you would say.
Okay.
Because I really thought I was going to get, like, the crouching tiger over the... Like
Yeah.
the fucking toilet bowl
I
or
think
something.
the sound helps with that. Yeah.
This is also why we don't have video, because this is what would be illegal. Just me in a fucking hair bun, pretending to masturbate with 3 fingers.
Again, the man bun does look fabulous.
I look like a pedophile with my mustache with this.
No, I think it definitely add a little product to it, get the curls a little tamed, and I think it should definitely be the permanent look.
Alright, I'll think about it. You're swaying me. With you with frizzy hair, you sway me enough to be like, I could rock it.
I prefer it to be called curly hair.
I like it though. I don't know, it just looks like a fucking girl fro. And girl fros are like, I'm not trying to come on to you because you literally have spent the last like hours with my girlfriend. But like, girl fros are sexy. Like, there's something about that Miss Frizzle style. Like, ooh, she's a teacher, but she goes home and she's got a 12-inch black cock dildo.
Yeah. There's a fine line between like sexy big curls and crackhead. And when you get too much like frizz, you go to crackhead.
Okay.
I just want to know, like, okay, so she's sexy with her curls. I mean, I clearly have the exact opposite hair.
The blonde
here, so...
with up to no good.
Okay, I needed some sort of compliment there.
Yeah, you're good. We like to compliment all my guests because I look homeless and I never receive any compliments on the show.
I started with the man bun, and that's kicked it off great with that.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that you wanted to do all the photos. I think I'm actually going to start to make my guests start to take photos with me.
I think that would really be good. Like, that's a good idea.
I just, I don't really want this... I don't want to ever charge for the show because I don't think comedy should cost anything. Because if you're at the end of your ropes, you deserve a laugh for free.
Yeah, okay.
And, I like inviting people I've known across my life because I know a lot about you already, so I kind of know what to ask, as well as, reminisce on good stories, we talked so much off the break about the last time she came around, she got fucking towed, and then she also lost a piece of her toe, and she's on fucking crutches, and it was a fucking hilarious video!
It was great. I really, honestly, I love that ATM car getting towed story so much. Starting off with just, you said, her car got towed, and you're like, Brighton, where the fuck is my car?
Yeah.
And you just, responded with, fuck, again?
Again?
Yeah, it's a lot funnier now than it was that time.
So, recently, when I bought a painting off your younger sister, guess 2, because I'm going to try not to say her name, even though I think I fucking did. Guess 2. You're guess 1, she's guess 2. It's like thing 1, thing 2, but instead of little goofballs, it's women that people actually want to bang.
Did you just go through our names and when people curse, so
I have no determination to do such.
No,
I think the wrong...
You need to go through
the most important part is that
the
the title and the intro is not your names, because then it's very hard to find.
Okay.
Because also, this piece of shit, nobody is listening to this that's important. If you're listening to this and you have any influence on anybody's life, you have the wrong priorities in life. It's the Dissappointing radio show.
I get that.
It's a letdown.
Listen, my students already thoroughly search me.
That's funny.
It's online trying to find TikTok, and I'm like...
That is funny, though.
Listen, I'm not trying to hide behind any names. So you can go ahead and just put my real name, Emiliee Banks, as the title.
Daddy!
Daddy, yeah. Call her daddy. You can say daddy.
Call her daddy. You better fucking call her daddy. So, I bought some paintings. That's actually one of them that I bought off your younger sister, guess 2. And when I was over there, we were talking about your love life, because it's a funny subject to me, because at the time you were single.
Funny is the same word I use.
Well, it's funny because it once involved me, and that has to be a fucking train wreck if it involves me.
It's fabulous.
Because, people date when they're in fucking middle school, and it's not considered dating, because you, are awkwardly talking throughout classes, and then at the end of the school day, you're like, we're gonna kiss once in the gym before we get on the buses.
Actually, that's so true, but, I was the
It's
worst.
extremely true, it's what we did!
Yeah, but, the middle school dating's the worst, because, you go, try and hide, or at the bathrooms, the fountains, or something, but you
What would you do if a middle schooler brought the energy of a grown man? He fucking chokes you a little bit, he puts you up against that locker, and he's like, listen here, I'm gonna fucking come inside of you harder than you've ever been fucking cummed in before. And you'd be like, oh my god, my little fucking panties are wet.
But, when you're in middle school, you don't know how to kiss, and so it's,
Yeah, it's like pecking, it's like...
No, thinking back on it now, I don't...
Yeah, making spit babies. That's what fucking...
What?
If you don't remember that shit...
Yeah, we used to say that her and,
we gotta come up
one
with...
of their boys.
You can name names of anybody's trail. Trevor has said some crazy shit about
First of
trail.
all, I don't know what trail is. Emily Banks did not go there, but we didn't come up with a name. See, I didn't.
The dirt trail where we were raised.
What would be the nickname?
Of who? Describe him to me.
No, because you'll say his name.
I won't.
He looks like Justin Bieber now. You know how, because Justin Bieber looks like, I don't know,
Yeah, but
like,
he
like a
didn't
guy
know.
who hangs
Like a
out at
Jewish
the gas.
big-nosed
no,
kid?
No, he looks like a guy who hangs out at the gas station that's like dirty and like run
What
down.
would be like a
Now I
scientific
really don't know.
term for like this twin?
This twin?
His twin.
Like fetus A?
Okay, so fetus A.
Okay.
Grown fetus A, and I dated in middle school.
Oh fuck! Who
Yeah, go through the
who did
roster.
whoever? Well, you did.
Who did Miss Banks?
Who
date
did
in
who
middle
did
school?
Daddy date?
There you go.
Daddy date care.
Daddy dated
Daddy dated some fucking boys.
some
So
real
many
fuck
fucking
boys.
boys.
So can I ask you about the
I-
fuck
I've
boy that fucked a
graduated-
child into you?
Huh?
Can I talk about the fuck boy who like fucked a child into you?
I mean,
Because I just have questions.
Okay, yeah, we can have some questions.
Okay, so like, A,
I feel like those are needed for this. Put the sunglasses down.
is it still like at this moment, it doesn't matter what happens after this episode because it's a moment in time that's right now.
Okay.
At this moment in time, are you like romantically inclined with baby daddy?
So, like, in all honesty,
I love that you dropped the shades for this. Like,
Yeah,
it's bad bitch hour.
I needed the shades. I knew that needed to come down for this conversation. So, like,
I know. We hear like drunk girls yelling outside. This is the first show I've done from my new place. You should feel honored.
oh, I am.
Yeah.
Okay. All
The
right.
new place, new acoustics, new sounds, new coming!
I love that.
No one's coming. Yes.
Nobody.
I did get a lot of texts from Abby at work 2 days ago. No, it might have been this morning. I don't know. My day's all over the place. And it just said, I want you to fuck me hard, on the couch, dirty
Hey,
sex.
see?
I want the neighbors to be upset sex. And I said, Abby, calm down. I'm at work.
But see, that's the best time to send those is at work because
Yes.
they can't do shit about it. I
That's
did
the
this the
funnest
other
time to send those.
Yeah.
Like a dirty picture,
Uh-huh.
and they're mad.
Yes.
Like-
I did this the other day. Like, I literally, because, okay, the other thing, too, is, like, I have no boobs. I have an ass.
Oh,
I'm
don't
always...
sell yourself short. I'm sure a lot of people at home listening would be like, I would fuck the shit out of guest one. And I'm sure there's a lot of people say the same thing about guest two.
I know.
Not a lot of people say that about the host. Not a lot of people want to fuck the host. A lot of people want to fuck the host's girlfriend.
But...
That's what big titties do.
So, like, I'm always sending, I call them noodles. Just easier nudes.
Noodles.
No,
I love
noodles.
it. You want some noodles?
It's
Abby
more
has a
appropriate
shirt.
to talk about in public
Yeah.
if you just say noodles.
So I'm sending this dude some noodles.
yeah.
Bro, I literally am out loud. I'm like, so I was crafting a cock picture. I don't even say dick pic.
But nobody wants
Cock
that.
picture.
Like, you get one of those, you're like, go on with your day. But
Where I have like the
nice-
sunshine perfectly in the back, and I'm like, bitch, I took some angles in this shit.
You did. But so like I'm always sending noodles of like the ass, and so I was like, I'm gonna change this shit up. It's at work, he's not expecting it, and I'd actually like went on this period of like kind of ignoring him because there's not a lot of we call him red flags because there's a lot of red flags with him, and I'm clearly still he's a fuck boy.
But
okay?
our favorite term is the red flags decorate all the baggage.
That's true. Red flags do decorate baggage.
Huh, that's a new one.
So I like went into the bathroom at work and I literally like I didn't like show it all, but I like pulled the bra down just enough.
Yeah!
At work, because then like he was like, "Fuck, man! Like I wasn't expecting that." I'm like, "I know you were."
I know, that's the point of
That's
this.
the whole thing of it. So like that's the best time to do it. I did it to him again, not with the noodle this time, but talking wise. So this is like way TMI.
When
but-
you send a really dirty text out of nowhere. I hate when Abby sends me this little paragraph, and it starts with like, get home now, I need dick. And I'm like,
Yes.
can you calm down? I am trying to host a family of what looks like Mormons on a fucking table just for fucking tacos.
But I love that because, and like so listen, he doesn't go down on people, which again,
What the fuck?
exactly.
Who doesn't
like,
eat pussy?
Exactly.
Abby eats pussy.
Fuck boy, little bitch boy, fuck boy. That is who he is. And I'm like, what the fuck ever. So he had made some
Why do
comment.
you want these men?
Because they got red flags.
Right, but like, there's nice
Baggage.
dudes with thick dicks.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
nobody
point,
wants
yeah.
a nice dude.
It doesn't make life.
A nice dude can lock the door and be like, alright, bitch, how am I choking you tonight? And gets the fucking big bed paddle!
We can do little Karen, but...
Hold on, listen. You think I'm shit in America. I've got a paddle. I know you know about it. It's Lil Kathy and then Big Old Beb. Wait, hold on. I'll get on the cat. I'll leave that for you.
But listen, here, just one word here. Trauma. That's it. That's why. That's the answer to all of the... Why do I run towards the fuckboy red flag?
I can fix him.
Yeah, you
Kind of.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and like also
Bitch, get someone that's partially already fixed.
No, you find the guys that are like, I just want to date you and be with you, and you're like,
Yeah.
no, no thanks.
Makes me
I'm gonna not reply.
Miniature gagging.
We're going ghost.
And
Okay.
it's not like I'm trying. And in all honesty with this too, like, I definitely have caught feelings for the kid, but like at the same time, I know like I'm in this to just like fuck around. Like I'm not looking for a serious relationship right now. So I don't know. It's a weird.
Here's my favorite sentence that I try to advocate for every single person on the show.
Yeah.
Everybody has a right to come.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're a mom. It doesn't matter if you're a grandma. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking substitute goddamn teacher. Everybody has a right to fucking flick their bean or stroke their dick until they fucking climax. The point I'm trying to make is it does not matter
Is that a
what the
real
fuck...
word? Everybody has a right to come.
Maybe. It was on there at some point.
Okay.
The point I'm trying to make is that it doesn't matter what the fuck you do in your day job, because when the lights go out, everybody's a little bit of a fucking freak. And if we recognize that fact, then we can be adults about the subject matter.
See, I hate people that like try and act like they don't, or like we don't have sex or something. Because like that's kind of how like I was raised and grown up. Like,
because you came from a very churchy home.
Yeah.
So I was, again, that's one of my questions, and I feel like I'm not trying to make it a guest one show. It's going to be both, I promise. Guest two is here. I promise she's not left. And she's like, I think they're going to fuck or something, so I'm just going to fucking leave. Okay, well, okay. All right, this will be a fun one that I wanted to ask. Guest two, how was it dating me?
Dating you?
Yeah, how terrible was that?
Well, I mean, it was.
I didn't text well.
It was so long ago.
I didn't text well. That was one of the downfalls of the
I
relationship.
do remember, like, your parents started calling me their daughter-in-law, and then
They're so weird about that immediately, and I'm like,
that
Dad,
went on.
don't embrace
okay.
it too hardly, full open arms.
Listen, I was the first girlfriend.
Yeah.
I gave him the confidence he needed to move on to get other girlfriends.
To be like, yeah, I don't have a little fucking donut boy body and real man tits.
It's like, wait a minute. Girls? I didn't even think that was an option because you called me your gay best friend for like
That's true.
4 years.
Yeah, that is true.
That was the
Just because, like, I think gay humor is funny,
I mean,
and it's so unexpected. Where, like, okay, one of my favorite jokes I ever heard on the golf course from an adult male straight white dude was like, slap the fucking face and fucking knee, whatever, jolly skipper, old shit kind of stuff, and go, oh, sure is a hot one. You know, I'm a straight guy, but I would suck a cock for a water. Like, what the fuck was that? What?
it's fucking hot out, dude. You do
But a
some
whole
shit.
cock for a water?
I mean, it's not that bad.
That's a pretty cheap blowjob.
As I say, I mean, he
Well, are
didn't
you
say,
s-
I guess he didn't
It
say
also
it was gonna
depends
be
if
the
you're
sloppiest
swallowing.
Yeah, he didn't say it was gonna be good.
He said not the Gawk 9000.
It was
like-
not. Yeah, no. You're not
I call Abby the Hoover vacuum whenever she, like, really wants to suck my dick. Because it's a lot. She's always just kind of comes home and she's like, I'm like, will you calm the fuck down? And then if I'm, like, doing something and I don't pay attention, she'll put her fucking ass pussy, like, right to my fucking, like, bend over style, put it right to my face, and I'll look over and she'll just kind of go, like a fucking cat in heat. And I'm like, yeah, do you need something? Dick! I need dick! Like a grown man, she cries out for cock. Like a 45-year-old lost in the closet, I need penis!
But see, also, like, I mean, a lot of people don't think that, like, girls, like...
Girls have a right to
initiate
want a lot of shit. And that's what I'm tired of. Like, guys are allowed to have this fantasy of, like, I want a fucking orgy of a million girls.
Yeah.
Why can't the girls be allowed to have a fucking train run on them and made to feel like a slut? Why can't you just be like, I want every hole filled?
Sometimes, like, that's just needed. My thing right now, like, that's kind of... I'm not saying I want every hole fucking filled, but I want to make that clear.
But there's always a but.
No, I am more of, like, I've had a relationship I've had 2 fucking relationships of like just.
How many
I'm not
fingers?
counting.
How many
relationships.
fingers?
Official relationships that lasted a decent amount of time, but I wasn't in them like I absolutely like there was so much shit and trauma, red flags, like it was not good. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna like venture out now and like just do me and not give a shit now. So like if I want to go on a date with a sugar daddy, I'm gonna go on a date with a sugar daddy. If I want to go fuck around with red flags, I'm gonna go fuck around with red flags.
Because it's your life. You're allowed to do whatever. As long, and I think, and I'm not trying to be mean, but like I think at this point you're just kind of like, as long as I don't have another kid, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
We've had
because you're not regretting this kid.
No,
she's
not
a
at all.
fucking doll, and I love your daughter. And
Yeah.
I hope she hears this one day.
Never.
Just so, at least this snippet, and she'll be like, "Wow, my mom loved me."
Really, because I think I would rather like her just know that from all my other actions.
Not to hear the part to be like, I'm not saying I want all my holes filled.
But I love my daughter.
Oh my god, I cannot wait till she's old enough and I'm gonna be like, listen girl, come here.
Auntie, guess who has got a thing to show you?
Let me tell you about your mom, okay? Listen.
Here's a picture of her wearing a necklace that says daddy.
I got a picture of her in lingerie, cutting a pair of shorts. Her quote was, "We can always crop it." Ready?
I didn't even notice until you came in, and I was like, "Oh my god, guess whose pants are see-through?" I was like, "This is a spicy episode."
They are.
They are. I was like, "This is a spicy
They have
episode."
built-in panties.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hope.
Okay, that's a real question. So like,
Tell me.
do you like find it weird if like a girl's not wearing panties?
What do you mean?
If the girl's not like that sentence right
Like
there.
in what situation? Like in day to day? Like here, or am I like in the grocery store and Abby's like, "Hey, guess what? I'm fucking free clamming it."
No, yeah, kind of.
Because I'm free balling it always.
So like I'm like when I get home, a lot of times like it's way more comfortable if I'm like slipping on sweatpants stuff. Like I'm not wearing underwear. So if I'm going
That doesn't
out,
creep me out at all.
but like if I'm going out that night, like how many times?
So we typically forget to bring panties.
I always forget to bring underwear.
I mean, when Abby first moved in with me and she was like getting ready to go out and I had like school, I'd be like, "Yeah, go have your friends, it's fine." And she would like get ready and she would like bend down. I'm like, "Abby, I just saw your pussy." And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "You're not wearing panties." And I'm not upset, but do you mind putting some on before you leave? Or wear something where they're not going to poke out and be like, "Hello, world."
poke out. Well, it's
Because
like
I'm fine if you pay to see it, but like...
right, yeah.
Which, by the way, like, before you lost that toenail, was the foot model idea an actual one? Or like...
Did we find out
I
business?
I just told y'all we were gonna lose money because I lost my whole fucking toenail.
Fuck. Okay. Anything with our names in it, you're editing that shit out.
Yeah, no, I want the beep, everything.
Beep, I've promised.
Because we will
yeah.
not talk
Eye
any
rolls.
further. We will not release any other further details right now.
I promise I'll do my best.
You best do your damn best.
You're gonna hear me like, "That fucker."
I'm gonna edit it.
Yeah. Send me the revised copy. Like, re-upload this.
Because you're gonna get in, like, I'm gonna give you the deets, the secret.
I'm sweating.
You should be. But you have to make sure it's Ms. Banks and
Miss Bangs / Daddy and
Daddy
guess
and
two mainly.
Daddy
And two.
Frizzy-haired-
Mariah.
Frizzy-haired see-through
We'll just
pants.
go Mariah.
Mariah, I like it.
Okay, so yes, we have gotten into the business together.
Me and Abby, we run a premium stuff. It's fine. Like it's, you might see my dick if you subscribe to our shit, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
But like,
but no, you can make mad money fucking just taking pictures of your feet.
Mm-hmm.
It's really odd and weird because we're at like public places and we're like fucking take a picture of this right
Yeah,
now.
no,
Like,
literally, I'm laying on the floor and I sent like a video, and she
Yeah.
was like, "We're gonna lose money," and I was like, "Oh my god, no!" When I broke my pinky toe, that guy was like, "I'd love to see toes getting cared for." Mom, stop. Take some pictures.
Jesus,
I'm laying on the
Murphy.
ground in pain, about to pass out, but I need some pictures.
Hey, don't you mind like getting a quick snap of this?
yeah.
Literally.
Jesus
She was like,
Christ.
"Oh, you're right. Some sicko's gonna love this." I got my mom in on it.
I mean, she's our biggest supporter.
Mommy takes care of broken toe.
Like we thought we were like setting up for a shoot for like our feet. We thought we had it, and then she like comes in. She's like, "No, get like this background. Let me help you out. You got this background. Go push the fucking flowers through your toes." And we're like, "All right, you take care of it, like, Mama. You take care of our feet here." And it's the easiest shit to get money from because you were broke bitches.
So do you think you've broken through... and I know you're still, like, pretty religious, but, like, do you think you've broken some shackles and chains from, like, some of the older stigma? Because it seems like you're living a very more adventurous and, like, happy life.
I mean, I am. So, like, yeah, it's about... And this sounds completely hypocritical.
I can't ask Guess to this because she's always been unchained, that's why I fucking tried to date her. She's great.
Yeah, no, like, I do battle that within myself a lot of times because, like, I know what I'm doing is wrong. Like, it does hurt me deep down, like, knowing, like, yeah, you can make better decisions. You know this is not, like when I still, I have to go through this phase, and I know, like, in the long term, I want to come back to, like, the religious stuff. Like, I want to marry somebody who's religious. Like, I raised my daughter to be completely religious. Like, so, I do know, like...
But would you argue that some of the parts are just kind of outdated? Like, and here's the and I know this is a hard sentence, but, like, obviously, and there's reasons we will not discuss, but, like, monogamy has never made sense to me. I don't understand sharing one partner for 45 years when there's a whole world of safe underground things that people can explore, in their closed-door lives that people don't want to talk about because, yes, it's hard to talk about, but at the end of the day, it's fucking happening.
Yeah, but, like, that mindset didn't come around, like, until, like, more modern stuff. Like, you know, like, I and I know it's more, like, common and stuff, but I don't, like, I do believe in it. Obviously, I'm not living it right now, but...
You say right now. And a lot of people discover it when they're, like, 45.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand, like, waiting while you're older. Why not have fun when you're younger and you can move a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean... And that's, I don't know, like, I know there are certain times, especially at night, where I, like, really look at my decisions, and I'm like, I know this isn't going to truly make me happy, but, like, part of it is, again, one, trauma, two, the funny stories to have, it makes for hilarious videos and pictures to laugh back at, like, this is me and my best friend, like, having a fucking summer.
Yeah.
But I'm also writing a book.
Are you?
I seriously am. And so a lot of this stuff, too, like, it started off, like, as, like, a, you know, trauma, just writing down your thoughts. That's always helped me. It was actually funny. So one of our English teachers... you can
name them.
Yeah, no, but I didn't go to Trail.
Oh, that's right.
So...
I don't give a shit who he is!
I'm just saying, she is very successful.
She.
And...
Oh, okay.
She did great at her job. And she, like, had us write this prompt, and it was, I don't even remember what it was. I ended up writing about, like, one of the most traumatic things that ever happened to me. And I knew how bad, like, this writing passage was, and I had to, like, email her ahead of time, like, hey, just a heads up, like, this is a very intense story. I've already got it all, like, I've gotten help for it. We know about it. Like, because I didn't want her, like, you know, turning into a guidance counselor kind of shit.
Yeah, because you want to really write from the heart, but then you're like, oh, what if this is going to get me in trouble?
Yeah, but I fucking lied.
And you're trying to put,
like,
ink to the page.
Yeah. So I just lied to her. Like,
right.
Nobody knows about this shit.
Right.
But I found with that was, like, the easiest thing to, like, that was the first time I was able to, like, release everything. And, like, I wasn't even able to tell my parents. I, like, literally just handed them this passage. Like, when the shit came out, I was like, that's all I could give you. And so, like, ever since then, I was like, okay, writing some shit helps. So, like, I started, like, when I started going through all this shit with, like, my ex and my daughter's father. And it was really, again, it was, like, more of a depressing kind of, like, shit. And so I started this passage, and then it went, so he got arrested, and one of the cops that arrested him, I fucked.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? Gonna suck a cock and the berry ain't blue.
Because, like, what's the best revenge? Like, your ex is already in jail, so what else can you do? You can fuck the cop that arrested him. And that's honestly kind of where it started. Because, like, it was this, like, just a movie scene shit. Like, he stops by, like, literally, like, you know, playing the whole, and I'm, like, little innocent, naive girl, and I'm like, oh, he's checking on me.
He'll never come inside of me and leave a kid.
I'm like, he's checking on me. And then fucks me inside, like, super, like, I was just like, fuck, oh, that really happens in real life.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's what started off. So, like, I started writing about that shit. And so then it was like, okay, I'll write about some of my other, like, hookups, guys here and there, whatever. And like there's depressing shit. There's like friends with it, and so like right now, like, and it's funny when I started this, red flags was actually in there. That's when I first started talking to red flags. I totally ghosted him that whole time though, and like bringing it back full circle. 3 years later, I'm still writing this book, like writing down my shit.
Do you have a title?
Right now, it's just book.
That's fine. I don't think you have to be. I don't think you should have a title. I just was curious if you had one in mind.
Yeah, because I don't know like exactly like if when I am finished with it, how I'm gonna release it. I don't know like what I'm doing with it. I have chapter names though, and those are the best.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
Red Flags is obviously back in it 3 years later now, and so I'm sitting here thinking like, all right, I had I can't say
Saturday Man.
Saturday Man. That was what we did call him. Saboteur, yeah. So Saturday Man was like a Saturday Man summer 2020 because I had another.
Just a cock.
Yeah.
Just
And
a cock.
He,
That's all. That's
he was
all
great.
he was.
He was sweet and like.
That's
everything.
fine. Yeah, but his purpose was
Yeah.
a cock.
And so like I had that chapter in there and like
women have needs.
they do.
Why
yeah.
aren't women allowed to fill these needs? And why do we make them feel like fucking whores?
I don't know. Like it's stupid. So like I'm just like living life right now. Like it's just gonna be another fucking chapter. Like so we're in chapter daddy right now. That's why I'm being hypocritical, going against my religious like views. I'm like, I seriously I got on fucking Tinder. Because first of all, that's just fun anyways. Like,
Yeah.
Just sit here and get to judge people. Like, you know. I think it's fun. But, like, it was really funny. So, I actually came across Red Flag's profile. She sent it
Dog shit, get it, bitch!
So, we're gonna have to try that again. I said it again.
It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna let it keep going. You can't point it out.
You have to bleep
I'm gonna
You
have to
have
listen
to.
through. This is gonna be a rough episode.
Awesome. So,
Yeah, so I was like scrolling through Tinder, and I'm like,
Jesus
I know
Christ.
that, I know him, like, that's Red Flag. So I screenshot sent her. She's like, obviously you go swipe right. Obviously,
do it.
I do it. He super liked me.
Oh, because he knew. He was.
I honestly don't think he knew at that point that we were
No.
friends.
Oh.
Which,
But you were in one of my pictures.
oh,
Yeah.
maybe he didn't flip all the way through. Or so, well, okay, there's two things here. I did confront him about it later on, because and this is the thing, he gave like a dumb guy answer, because I would have rather be like, oh, I didn't know she was your friend at the time, I just thought she was hot. I'm like, yeah, my friend is fucking hot. But he wanted to pull the whole, I knew she was your friend. And I'm like, you're fucking lying. But maybe like if you
Maybe he was
really-
going trying for a sexy way. Like maybe I was trying to have a three-way.
That was,
Okay, listen, he does.
There's rules. We will totally do that. Totally down, but...
What the fuck?
No,
How you gonna shit on monogamy?
There's
What the fuck?
There's rules.
Hypocrites!
He has to buy me an ass and her
A what?
titties first. An ass.
I don't want
have
fake.
an ass.
I don't want fake titties. Because I want more kids and I want.
Wait. So to have a three-way, you want implants?
No, like
That's what if he wants it. That's what he's got.
Why not just have the three-way for the fun of it?
well, yeah, no, I would, but it would have to be.
Can I ask you a funny question? Just because,
Yeah.
like, it's something that, like, a boy always wonders in middle school.
Yeah.
Guys in my friend group, we never saw each other naked.
What?
It just never happened. Guys just never saw each other
locker
naked.
Room, like,
Never.
really, where the fuck would you change at?
You just fucking go in the fucking stalls, or like you
The
just.
stalls?
It's so
No.
weird. I would just kind of like. I would try to hurry, but like
Wait,
again, like
did
people
you
just
try
didn't.
to hurry and like other guys saw each other naked and you just didn't want
No,
to?
nobody. Like it was kind of, and I was victim of it too. Like
Okay.
no guy did it. So my question is like, have you two seen each other completely naked?
I've sent her my nudes, like
Okay,
Yeah.
I've accidentally sent my friends nudes, but that's a whole different thing.
quotes accidentally.
Shut the fuck up! Literally, because it'd be like a dick pic to Abby, and it's just like me like this in the shower, and it's like, you fucking want this cock, baby, and
like,
it's clearly not for fucking Tyler.
But like I think like guys, I always thought guys jokingly did that shit.
No.
Like
No,
the ass
I wish they
pictures-
would. Well, yeah, that happens. Like Nolan sent me an
I
ass
feel
picture
like you just were
yesterday.
in a different group because I definitely remember when Deerdorf got his like nuts twisted that Cody
It's
Hafner
true.
would check on it so Abby didn't have to.
It's true.
Okay.
So you just had the weird group of guys who were
Well, I guess I didn't grow up like that, but like I guess like I don't
maybe
know.
they just
So if you've already seen each other naked, like
Well, see, like there's a difference though.
Yeah.
Like, okay, me and my friend have kids, but like I
Dave DeVito, quote, I spank whores and I boil denim and I don't give a shit who gives a shit.
There's like a lot of cash in my
I'm telling you, you just gotta give up. You just
We'll kiss, but we don't like hug.
No tongue?
No. Well, listen. Okay.
Will you make out?
I would be drunk and do it with Mariah.
Because I get pumped when Abby makes out with chicks. I'm like,
Yeah,
this is awesome.
I could do it to strangers, but not my best. So like that was the point I had to make with red flags. Red flags wants a threesome so bad. I'm like, I'm down. I don't
Here's
wanna
what
go
you need
through
to
that
argue, and this is the point I'm trying to get to people. Stop having three-ways. They're pointless.
Why?
There's one person always feeling like, I don't have a partner. Have foursomes.
Okay.
Everybody has someone to fuck.
But
And then any bonus touching is fucking gravy.
But listen, like his thing though, like he doesn't actually want to be in it. Like he really basically just wants to like watch two girls go at it.
That is the gayest thing I've ever heard.
They're
That is a
so-
cuckolding thing to the extreme. Like, oh my god, I'm
No,
like
like,
ordering some fucking cool shit.
No, like he'd still be
Get in there!
like that's
Yeah, get in there! Yeah!
No, like for him, it's like okay, I'm like fucking you right now. Like he's getting enjoyment out of it, and like I'm with another girl at the same time. Like you get two body, mouth can be busy on one end, and he's watching that. Like, oh, that's fucking hot as shit. I'm also fucking the bitch that I like. But the
like-
point was like I would have to do it with a stranger. I'm down to make out with a chick. It would have to be a stranger that I'm not seeing again after that. Like.
And where is this stigma that, like, people who want to explore bisexual feelings, or at least, like, have experience like this, is, like, this... I think, especially from our back home, it's, like, this negative stigma. I don't understand where that comes from. Like...
I don't know. I've seen some of the most religious girls kiss, so each other.
Really?
Yeah. I have pictures.
Because I think it's this...
They sent them to me.
I don't have these. I need these.
That's funny as fuck.
I need this shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, let me
but-
ask, because I don't want it to be like a guest one episode. Let me ask guest two.
Sorry.
I know something that you grew up with, like, struggling, was the idea that people thought you were anorexic. And I knew you weren't, because when we dated, you had stressed that was a point of your being of, like, I'm fucking tired of people saying, like, I'm anorexic.
Well,
And,
yeah,
like,
and like it was just deep. Like
Jesus, Murphy. Is that the book?
This book.
That's the book. That's a thick-ass book she's scrolling through.
Is.
There's not even a dick pic in it.
Oh no, those are
that would
in a
be
different.
interesting to add.
And
That's
add an unsolicited dick pic because he sent it without consent, so like it's fucking yours.
Oh, I was talking about me and you. I thought there was me and you. I thought that's the picture.
Nobody took I said two of the most religious girls.
Oh, okay.
Her dad's a preacher.
So
and
yeah,
she used to be
she
Jordan
sent a
Baptist.
picture of like the two most religious like preacher's daughter.
I don't think there's a picture of us kissing that.
I thought it was me. I was like, I'm so sitting that too.
Sorry.
Because that's exactly what that would be like. I would have ultimate control
We'll
at
do
that
it,
point.
Blake.
So like the reason I bring up the anorexia stuff, do you still deal with that now? Like mentally, like do you think people think that? Because you seem very more self-confident now.
No. Well, actually, it's gotten my confidence has skyrocketed since I graduated college. So like the last 3 months, that's it.
I've been
Everything else is
killing it.
terrible. But no, it doesn't bother me as much. Like I still like, oh wow, I look really skinny. But no, not anywhere.
But
where I
like,
would-
and I'm not trying to be gross, but like, embrace that. Embrace being little. Embrace the fact that you can have a dude pick you up and treat you like a little fuck toy.
I mean,
like-
that's definitely not a downhill.
She does.
I do.
So when I was visiting your sister and getting those paintings, and I never even told the end of this bit from fucking full circle and everybody, but
We're really good at taking
yeah,
this.
I know, right? She said we were talking about why it never worked out with M. You know,
Okay.
I'll just say I
Yeah.
don't give a shit. Well, I think you know what I'm saying. He likes to run on the track a lot, if that helps. So I was talking about like why it didn't work out, and she was like, I think they were great, but he was just bad in the sack.
Oh.
And I wanted to know if that was true.
Well,
Because
I mean,
me and Kenzie talked about why it didn't work out with her husband, and she said, no, he was great in the sack, and that was why I stayed with him an extra 3 months when I really shouldn't have.
Okay.
Just because the sex was good, ladies, doesn't mean you should keep the man.
no,
true.
he really wasn't great.
I'm gonna go say
Like-
hi to him right now.
And like most of everything, like everything was really not great at literally anything. He
Okay.
could have down, but that's it. No, sex wasn't good. And then, like in the beginning when we first got together, like we had like a decent relationship, but no, then he just was awful.
We've had this like conversation too. Like both of our exes like made us think that like we hated sex. Like, I seriously went a year without having sex, and I didn't crave it. I didn't want
Yeah,
it.
absolutely
And that was
hated
the-
it.
yeah.
It was the worst thing.
I kind
Never
of
wanted to do it
went through that a
again.
little bit with Olivia.
Yeah.
Only because, like, she was raised very in a specific way. And I'm not trying to shit on that at all. Like, I hope she listens to this and doesn't get offended, because
Yeah.
you're allowed not to be completely sexual.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit of an info, and I wanted to explore that, but she wasn't as. Now I met Abby, who's just like, yeah, fuck me on the fucking couch and
And that
come in
just-
my fucking face.
Yeah, and that was just a part of your life that she, like, fit into your chapter for there.
Right.
But you knew, like, okay, listen.
Because everybody has chapters.
Yeah, but, like, you gained stuff from her, but you also knew, like, that's not a match. Now I know more of what I'm looking for.
But,
And
and
you
this is
found
my
that
argument,
wonderful
is that
lady.
when you try things for the first time with somebody who isn't as bold, you think, what's wrong with me? Do I try this again?
Yeah.
And you might never try it again.
Yes. And that's kind
Yeah.
of, like...
Like, say some
was-
guy doesn't like choking you, now you're scared to be asked for it, but in all reality, Abby's like, if you don't crush my windpipe, it's not sex.
And that's true. But it also...
Choke me, daddy.
You have to...
Just starts gagging me. Fuck, I did it! Damn it, I was doing so well! You two were fucking up more than me. This is gonna be a hell of an episode.
Yeah, but you have to let us pre-approve this before you.
It's gonna be like, Gas one.
just put something funny.
No, that's
for
just gonna
it.
be, it's gonna be, and then I
Daddy.
said, Gas one.
Daddy, like, you
It's
know,
like a
but-
Seinfeld thing.
Yeah, there you go. That was great. But like we noticed, like it was more. It was because we weren't like we had other problems and like not attracted to them. They were giving us other like trauma shit. Like,
Yeah.
but we loved them, so we stayed. And so it was more like we were forced to have sex with somebody.
Like you say, love.
Yeah, it
them.
was weird.
that like forced out shit of like turd of like love.
Yeah, what we thought was love.
Yeah.
But it was
What
easier,
is love?
It was easier to have sex than an argument.
Basically.
Yeah.
And so it really made us hate
Because that
it.
makes for good sex.
No.
No.
Sometimes.
No.
Hate fucking is a
No,
strong
that
fucking.
wasn't a thing.
See, hate
I had
fucking,
some. They were not bad.
Not with that.
But hate
area.
fucking is fine if it's not real hate. If it's like
Well, yes, I say hate fucking, not hate for the person. Hate is in like,
But like,
Like
I hate that you don't fucking
So
listen to me,
this
but I'm gonna
is-
fucking come in your ass.
but you already
Yeah.
love that person.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a
this
petty
mentality
argument.
is completely different. You already hate sex. You don't want to do it at all, but you just don't feel like crying tonight. So you're like, whatever. Like,
I
just,
feel like crying tonight. Oh
Yeah,
my god,
'cause
this is
we're
a
gonna
real
fight.
sentence. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
so we're
bad.
instead of fighting, like
Trauma.
whatever, just get it
Some
over
people
with.
would just rather fuck over
Yeah,
fight.
so I had to find my issues, my red flags, and he taught me that it wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Right.
And yeah,
Yeah, so my red flags man, she has a issues man too.
Mm-hmm.
She has her lover who's her red issues guy, and he
Wait, is
taught
current
her
guy a red issues guy?
no,
Okay, current guy seems nice.
no, there was a guy.
another reason you have to bleep our names. current boyfriend is not true lover.
Current boyfriend is just cool. He looks cool.
Yeah, he's super cool. He's definitely like,
Extra funny is current dude also looks like the lover. Shit you not, they look
he does
identical.
not even look that close to us.
Here it comes, ladies.
Hear
the
me
pettiness.
out. Hear me out. He looks fucking just like him. She has a type.
I
It's
found
clearly
my
not
type.
homeless Weird Al. 'Cause that didn't work out.
Who are you pulling up?
Yeah.
You follow mine.
And I will say, because it didn't work out, I think it meant we would always be friends.
Yeah.
And I was really thankful for that. Because also, I fucking love your parents. I hope they do listen to this
Oh,
because...
my mom can't wait to hear about it.
Your fucking face!
She said to us the other day, so we've been working out together, and she said to us the other day, what was the comment
She
made?
said, I thought some things only happened in movies, but then I hear you two talk about your lives and your relationship and your issues, and I think, wow, that does happen. I think that happens.
I'm over here talking about, like, fucking random... okay, listen, this is what kicked off chapter
I'm a
Daddy.
fuck a cop bitch.
Yeah, no, so that kicked off the book. This is what kicked off chapter Daddy. So, my ex started seeing somebody. I'm not
Which
just, like...
hurts.
No, like, I'm not, because I was checked out of the relationship. I was not in love with him, like, for a...
But it's still weird to see because you're like, wow, that's what happens after.
Well, my main concern is, one, like, of course, Maria. No, but honestly, like, I was not mad that he was seeing anybody. I was mad because we kind of, like, did some digging on the girl, and she comes from a really good family, like, like, somebody I know knows her, and they're like, no, she's actually a really good girl. And I'm like, well, fuck, she doesn't need to be with this, like, fuck boy, like,
He dumped a load in me and didn't give a shit.
Basically, like, he's a piece of shit. Like, he's fixed a lot of his issues, but, like, you deserve somebody way better. So, also, though, because he still, like, texts me, oh, I miss you, blah, 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 like, I love you, all this stuff. He's doing that to me. I know he's doing that to other girls, like, because I might still be on his Instagram.
Because it's called The Game.
Because I'm a crazy bitch. But, so, like, I know that he's talking to other girls, and I was in his house grabbing some stuff for our daughter, and literally laying on the table was this letter. And it was a letter from, like, this girl in boot camp, and I'm like, I'm not snooping, it's laying open here. So, like, I start reading this letter, like, oh, I love you so much.
I miss your deep cook in my ass.
Yeah, and they're like, send the pictures, but of course not the nudes. And I'm like, ugh, like, gross. And I was like, okay, this all makes sense. Like, a couple weeks ago, I had seen, like, a tampon in his trash can. I'm like, who the fuck's over here?
You was a tampon, yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, there was, like, girls' face wash in the shower. So I'm like, okay.
Being sloppy.
I know, and I'm like...
If you're gonna cheat, be good at it. I'm not saying to cheat, I'm just saying if you're gonna try to cheat, don't be shitty at it.
Cheat or be cheated on.
Can I ask you a funny question? Some people get... And I would never in my life be turned on by this, and Abby would never in her life because it would crush both of our hearts. But some people find it sexy to be cheated on.
No.
I mean, I can see why that's a thing for
Really?
some people. Because, like, if you're into that, like, shit of, like jealousy shit, like, I'm gonna show you what you're missing. I guess I can see why some people would be on that, but fuck no, I can't. Like, if I'm in a real relationship, fuck, that's the reason I can't have a threesome with somebody I know, because I told him, like, I don't want to, I have feelings for you, I'm not going to watch you fuck another girl. Like, I can't do it.
So, something that... When I talk to my friends who are in the swinging community, they say that, like, it's important to note that they're not people. They're fuck toys.
Interesting.
Once they're in the bedroom, once they cross that threshold, they do not have a brain. They do not have a heart. They don't have feelings. They do not have emotions.
I think
they
that's
have,
very hard for some people
they
to
have,
check out
they have
that.
something that can make cum or something
Yeah.
for you to fuck in and make cum inside of.
Now, I can see how that's, like, the best sex then, if you can check out of that mentally. I am personally not one of those people that could do that, but yeah, like, I could see that, but...
I hate to say it, but I feel like Gist, too, is one of those people that could check out. Just because you've always been very intensely, like, about yourself. I even saw it at a young age. Like, you were just very about yourself. So I feel like I could see you rocking that, like, yeah, we gonna fuck on other people.
What do you mean about myself?
Like, just very confident, and like Biggie had his very, like, himself energy, and Tupac wore it, and, like, I've always seen Guest 2 wear herself well. Yeah, I guess confidence, but, like, not really. Because it's more or less like...
I don't know.
It's not confidence, because it wasn't really confidence. It was just like you... Even when you were just figuring yourself out and, like, being you and, you know...
I can see where you're coming from. Like, okay, I know her as, like, the shy, not gonna talk person, but, like...
But it's still
at
her...
At the same time, when she spoke up, and you knew her as a friend, so you saw the kind of side of, like... Bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, you have that about you.
Okay.
Like, you have that. Like, yeah, I fucking do that. Or, like, whatever you're trying to, like, portray, like, the whole, like, oh, yeah, I don't party in high school, and then you're, like, the biggest fucking partier. Like, you still wore the party label when you were there, though. Like, I know how to fucking run this shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just say things in my chest, basically.
Yeah, just say it with your chest. Like, that's, yeah, I can see where you come from with, like, the confidence thing.
Okay. Now I was like about myself.
Because it's not really a bad thing. It's
Like,
just like...
you weren't, like, strutting down the hallways, like, it's, because it's like, the people...
It wasn't like bad bitch status, but it was just like a...
Because those are the people who, like, really...
I knew even I couldn't really ever... I never really wanted to talk shit about you. Even in, like... Because I love to talk shit about everybody in joke form. And I never wanted to grill you because I knew you would always have something back right immediately. I could never fucking get it because I wouldn't be like, yo, what up, Miss Frizz? Be like, what up, baby dick? And be like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
We dated once. She could lie and say I have a little small penis. Did you know I convinced like most of the high school that I had a huge ass cock?
Did you really?
So
awesome.
here's what happened. And I'm not small, but it's not like a fucking like, it's not Big Bev. It's not Big Bev paddle size.
Okay,
that was a
hold
big,
on.
thick slap, everybody.
If we were talking size here...
You can ask Abby. She's very honest about it.
I was...
But regardless, when I was dating Lily Zerwell for a very small amount of time,
Okay.
after we broke up, I don't know why, but she told Whitney Haas that I had a big ass dick.
Yeah, because she didn't want
And
to...
then the next day, Weston came up to me and was like, hey man, I'm just going to ask you something, but you have to be cool about it. And I was like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, why did my sister ask me if you have a big dick? And I said, I don't know, man. So then, like, I told him, he's like, is it true? And that's your chance. I'm like, well, if he's asking, I'm like, yeah, I have a huge dick. And he's like, what? And then it spread like wildfire. And then I'm literally just walking around like, where is it? You don't even know. Like, I'm walking around like, where do I conceal it? Do I tuck it between my ass cheeks?
You're like, walking
Do I
around
sit on it?
Hitting against my legs. It's not fucking bad.
So I convinced everyone I had a big ass dick for a while. And it was really funny.
Yeah.
I love that I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Was that like what? How old
It was more of like the older grades thought I had like a big ass
Okay.
dick
I
because it was like
just checked out, I
Whitney's
didn't-
grade and like them.
Which
That's
that's
why a
the
lot of the
best way to
older.
do it. Like,
I think that's
you
why a lot
know
of the older
why.
girls would always like joke around and be like, oh. They'd be like looking like, where is it?
Yeah. But
Where is the secret treasure trove?
if you're gonna lie though, you can't lie to like people that are gonna figure it out.
Snoop,
Like,
yeah.
you gotta lie to the other group that's not gonna like
Yeah.
talk about it. I get that.
But
Yeah.
like, I don't know, and I understand the whole red flag thing because I, for some reason, wanted to be with Hannah Wellman for however long when I was in fucking high school, and it resulted in nothing but me getting cheated on constantly with her fucking a ginger hair fuck Mickey Utley, who ended up, by the way, I'll say it again, fucking a dog and getting kicked out of the military. So great.
Wait,
Fucking
seriously?
yeah,
What?
100%. So great fucking. And even if it's not true, I hate you, Mickey. So I don't even give a shit.
Wait, is that, okay, so
Wait.
that's the intro to Fuck Mickey Up.
Wait a minute.
And also
Didn't
Logan.
He hit me at an ag ball tournament.
Just say, did you get put?
Dylan already brought it up in his episode.
Oh.
We'll bring it full circle. I got fucking smacked down. Yeah.
Did he
Fuck
knock
him.
you out?
Yeah, no, he gave me a concussion and found me. Remember,
No,
you
what?
gave me the concussion test at the fucking place.
When?
You said monkey, red balloon, and then something else.
I don't remember. I have horrible memory.
So what happened was I got hit at the ag ball tournament. You really don't remember this?
No.
You were the 100% person who gave me the concussion test.
I fucking saved
I was
your life.
I was
dude.
walking. He turned around the fucking corner. He said, "Stay away from Hannah." I said,
A
"What?"
question. When he said you gave me the concussion test, did he say my name?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. I wasn't really hoping you were going to point it out because there's another edit. So,
This should really be a drinking game.
yeah, everybody home, every time we fuck up the names, there'll be alcohol poisoning. So when he hit me, I didn't hear him, and I was like, what? And he fucking smacked me. I don't remember who I was talking to, but they just kept going.
Oh my god.
I hit my head on the concrete,
Okay.
and in the video that Fisher made me watch, there's like multiple people that walk by me and don't help me up. Eventually, Joseph Armstrong comes up, and he's like, Brighton, are you okay? And I'm like, Joe,
Joe.
please help me up. And he just fucking yanks me, and it really
Yeah.
hurts my head. But I keep going a couple steps, and I remember holding my face, and I remember seeing you, and you were like, are you okay? And I was like, I really need help. And I remember you taking me, sitting me down, and be like, what's wrong? And it's like, I got hit in my head. And then you snapped into it. You were like, I'm going to tell you a sentence. You have to tell me this in like 10 minutes. And you're like, red monkey balloon.
Yeah.
And then I was like, 10 minutes later, I was fine. But then I still barfed.
Okay. Did you have a concussion?
I don't know. We never got it checked out. I remember driving home at like 10 miles an hour, and I barfed three times. I stayed there for a while, but like I remember just getting yelled at by everybody. And at some point, I was like, I'm tired of getting yelled at here, so I'm just gonna fucking go. So I left, barfed like 3 times on the way home.
These are, like,
And then when I got home,
concussions.
my parents fucking yelled at me like it was my fault.
Yeah.
And then I went to the basement and I fucking passed out for like 12 hours.
These are all like the exact
Nobody-
opposite of PSA. If you have a concussion, do not drive yourself. If you are barfing, you go to the doctor. Do not go home and go to sleep.
Nobody even checked on me after I slept. They were like, "Oh, you're just taking a nap."
Holy
It's like I'm gonna die.
Literally. Oh my gosh. But I don't remember any of that. I really have a horrible memory. Like,
I was recalling stuff during Levi and Nick's episode that they couldn't even remember, and they were fucking flabbergasted. They're like, "You have such a great memory." I was like, "Not really. I just remember the shit that doesn't matter." You dropping all the question cards. Guessed one.
sorry.
See, I did it right once.
I'm a dumb bitch.
I'm a dumb bitch. So, like, let me ask you each this because I love when Abby calls me daddy. I'm sure you've got an actual name you don't mind hearing in bed because I think everybody's got something.
Not really.
I have a lot that I don't like.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good way to start. What do you
Yeah.
not like to be called in bed?
Baby. Like,
You want that baby?
no, yeah, no.
Ew.
Sexy. I don't
Yeah,
like
that
sexy.
doesn't come off the tongue.
Yeah.
Like, joking sense, like, I don't mind you're like, oh yeah, like, okay, sexy. Like, I guess if you're being sarcastic, I'm fine. Not in serious tense. That is actually what I really struggle with is, like, talking during sex,
Yeah.
dirty talk, any of that. Like, I have not... Oh,
Some people aren't
welcomed that.
talkers.
I wouldn't mind.
But if you're not a talker, I think you should embrace the breathing and the sounds.
Oh, I got that down. Yeah. Like,
And that's fine, because... I was trying to be serious, goddammit!
Me too. No, like, I can do of the moaning and all of that. And, like, I have that down. And I wouldn't mind to graduate to the talking. It's just, I
never
to
know
know
what to say.
You definitely need to find a partner.
I need like some cue cards.
Yeah.
It's really just like spur of the moment. What do you think of them that second? It's kind of like improv.
Okay,
And
I hate
being
to
a
tell you
stand-up
this.
comic, it helps
I
a
hate
lot.
to tell you this, but when girls are having sex, we are not. Wait, it's in our head. You wouldn't want to know because we're like, man, I forgot to bring my mascara.
Like, the other night, I mean, I'm fucked, like, he's holding my damn throat, and I'm saying, like, my fucking makeup's coming off on his pillow. He's gonna see it on his sheets. Like, now it still feels good. That's still, like, yeah.
Right.
You can't. You're not in that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's like, ugh.
And of course, like, worse sex, you're thinking of other shit. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, I've gotten
bad
caught,
sex.
like, watching the fucking movie on the TV.
Oh yeah, all the time. I was like, let's put a movie on.
Oh, fuck, I forgot what's going on here. But, like, and then obviously better sex, like, it's not always my mind off of it. But, and it's really weird. And that's where, like, Chapter Daddy comes in. Like, I need to gain some confidence and, like, get some experience. Because if somebody's, like, again, it's more like, if somebody can come in and be dominant and be like,
That's
"Help
something
me
I
this,"
try to
I
advocate to
can do
people
it.
that it's really easy to learn these things if you're willing just to, like, do a 2-step program. A, train as a sub.
Uh-huh.
B, train as a dom.
No.
And find somebody you can take turns with.
I guess maybe.
Because you
Well,
need skills of both, because they translate in both departments. So the
yeah.
dom skills are like being able to like fucking push someone or pull someone close and say, fucking treat me like your little cum slut.
Yeah, so okay,
Guess whose face is like, oh my lord.
her hands over her eyes right now, like,
No,
no,
you really,
Everyone has a right to come!
you really have to be really good at editing this, okay?
I get that though, because, like, with some guys, especially if I'm more comfortable with them, and, okay, another rule of thumb though, like, if you fuck somebody that you've already fucked, you're not adding a count, you know, like, your count's not going up, so,
Which
like,
is weird, because they're like, what's your body count? It's like, well, 12, but number 7 has like 100
It doesn't
fucks.
count if
Yeah.
you don't finish.
and that's another rule
Wow,
too.
don't say that, because one of my friends just lost their virginity, and I actually gave him shit for that, and he's like, I fucked for 30 minutes, and she came, but I didn't. Because he was also really drunk. Yeah, he didn't come.
Oh,
he
I
was
don't
really
feel like
drunk.
that counts as
And
a
then he
guy.
was like,
Yeah,
I
no,
lost
it
my,
doesn't
and he was
count
like,
as
I lost my virginity, right? And I was like, I want to say yes, but a piece of me was like, I don't know, man, you didn't come. It's like running to the end of the race and passing out.
But
But I still love you. Guest that shall not be named. And if you are listening, you did lose your virginity.
Yeah, no, I think it's different for guys. Girls, like, because you get so much shame for your body count, like, you shouldn't have to count it if you don't finish.
I'm also going to say this because I just didn't. I had never had a girlfriend that really came before until I met Abby.
yeah,
Abby comes a lot.
but
Abby comes a
because
lot
she's
in in one round, and I
Yeah.
didn't know girls came multiple times. Like, it's hilarious when the first one happens, because then I'm like, all right, now I can push past this, and if
Yeah.
I can get 2 to 3 more, this will be fucking hilarious.
But, like,
Because then you get the
also-
shakes.
Yes, but because, like, she knows what she likes and how it's gonna get there. I think, and it's the same with, like, why I said, like, I can't talk dirty, because I still have, like, it's like an embarrassed, like...
Do you not talk because you don't need it to come?
No, like, I wouldn't mind it, but it's like it's like I'm in my head. I'm like, he's gonna judge me for something I say. And really, I know he's like, I'm fucking a hole right now. Like, that's all on his mind. But it's the same with, like, that. So, like, I think there's a lot of girls that are embarrassed or, like, insecure about, like, not knowing how to say, like, oh, do this instead. And so they just sit there and fucking let the guy come in 2 seconds, and then you're sitting
that,
there
and, like, guys are so dumb.
They are.
You could be like,
We are
you could be
really
like,
dumb.
No, do it, like, to the left, but not like that. Like, back off. And they're like,
Just talk.
they're like,
Okay.
A lot. Yeah.
Do you have, like, a game controller up here? Because this is the best shit right now.
a game controller?
Like, you know, like a...
Are you talking about like the buttons and the fucking joysticks? Are
Yeah.
you gonna compare to that? Yeah, I have one right here.
Right here?
Yeah,
I
give me a
know.
sec. So we can use this as a fucking example.
Right here. This is the best thing.
Yes, for everybody at home that can't see this.
Okay.
Give me a nice little audio like.
On the joystick here. That's not getting it done. Like, you're not...
You would
So okay,
Yeah.
as 2 ladies, and especially because we don't have video, I am gonna teach you
Wait,
just in case you ever have to
you
finger
play
a
games,
lady.
right? You play
I play
games on this controller. Any game, are you doing this real hard? Not just on your... Yeah, you're not doing it. You're going slow. You're nice, soft, gentle movements.
See, I'm gonna even blow your mind. So I have to take my rings off because I can't do it with the rings on. I tried once and I thought I was gonna break my hand. So I think it was when I was dating Olivia, I had just come across, I don't know if I was reading something online, the world's perfect fingering technique.
Okay.
And I'm gonna teach it to you ladies so you can try to teach it to the man of your dreams and be like, I wanna fucking come. And I don't want to come after 10 hours. I want to come in a couple minutes.
Okay.
So I found that every time you do this, it's right on the G-spot every single time. I've never missed, and I'm not going to say why, but I'm like 13 for 13 on this fucking making girls come with this fucking technique. So you take your fingers, you go like this, and then this finger, when you twitch it, that's right where the G-spot is.
That makes sense because it's facing up right now.
Yep. Because that's where the G-spot is. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know. And I'm gonna try to do it one more time. No one at home can see it, but when you have your man to be like, "Hey, honey, try this and
so
flick this."
You're crossing.
You basically put these two things together. You put your middle and your pointer, and then you cross this third finger right here as a brace. You use this back one to like hold these two together. Well, it doesn't matter what they fucking cannot see at home because this is a fingering episode that no one, unless you're a guest, you don't get to know. And they fucking, this little twitch right here of the finger, that's the G-spot right there.
That makes, so your middle finger, your ring finger and middle finger are crossed.
They are the brace for your middle finger to become the fingering machine.
Because then that that makes
the
sense.
fingering machine.
Alright, this is like a sex podcast at this point.
Well, it's a comedy show, but I want to show people that it's fine to talk about sex. Especially as a predominantly, like, strong female that both of you, in my eyes, have been, like, you know, females that always were go-getters, do-it-yourselfers, kind of like Riveter Rose of a fucking, like, I can do it, you know what I mean?
I don't need a man.
I don't need no man, but it's nice to have one.
It would be nice if he could kill the spiders and take out the trash. That is my fucking life, honestly.
Yeah, the spiders.
Is there anything?
Windshield wipers.
Is there anything that you really do seek out in a man? And both of you can answer this.
Okay.
Like, what's your favorite thing in a guy?
I mean, it really depends. Like,
and you can either say like in the relationship or in the bed, or like, what's your favorite like go to like when he's already like, oh, he's like choke me energy, or if he's like, oh, he opens the door and he like lets me wipe my seat off.
I mean, see,
what really gets to you, and you're like, oh.
We had a group chat about this.
yeah. So
But it was more like run from things.
like, yeah. What are the worst? I can at least say
Because it's
like,
easy to name the worst.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
I can say, like, in all honesty, I do want, like, a true... I am, like, old school. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to be a 50s wife. I want the guy to do the manly things, take out the trash, open my door, be the hard work. Like, you don't have to be a mechanic.
Not that it's not that we're trying to say
being a
people should live to these values. Not just trying to say we should, like, families should live to these values, because the idea of the American household has changed a lot, and I think it's great that it's changed. But some girls still like the idea of being the girly girl and having the manly man. And
see, I definitely like that. I like being a gentleman, and I do need you to be religious, of course, if I'm gonna like marry you. And like it's like you have to be mature, and obviously I'm looking for different parenting aspects that I know is gonna work, and like if you're gonna match up with my parenting style.
See, I look for like energy. Like what energy
vibes
do you put out? Like, do you have big energy? Like, I like the big energy.
So do you go for like the opposite? So like normally when you enter a crowd of like people, like Mariah here is more shy. She's not going to be the first person to make a conversation, but she'll like if you come up to her and talk, she'll talk.
She'll definitely finish the conversation.
So do you want a guy that's going to match that with you and like hide in the corner and talk shit about everybody, or be like the
I like
you want an
big
instigator.
Energy. I want like he's going to go in and he's going to make the friends and start the conversation.
Bring you in.
Because I do like having the conversation, but starting the conversation is not my MO.
See, that's the easy part for me. I think it's really easy to start a conversation, and maybe that's just the comic in me, like being able to read.
Been that way. You can talk.
Being able to read people. But, like, it's just never been an issue to been, like, just to walk up to someone and be like, hey, you ever heard about AIDS? Anyways.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. And at some point, like, I just want this show to help somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know who, and I really don't give a shit who it helps.
Maybe it's the people over in Europe.
Maybe it's some older dude, or maybe some younger dude that's just not great with girls, and maybe talking to two females for a while, it just gives him, or feels like he's talking to them, gives him some kind of perspective of, like, oh, girls have needs and girls have wants and I should listen to her and
Yeah.
be,
It could be.
like, I also think there's a lot in the stigma of relationships that guys can't sit down and be like, all right, let's have a realistic talk about our sex life, what we want out of this and what we want to do and like what we're comfortable with. And like you said, like the 3-way talk.
Yeah, yeah.
And why can't you have that talk and be an adult about it, but not be so childish about like, oh, well, what are we gonna do? And it's
Right.
like, how about you be like, hey, these are my rules and needs, and if you can meet those, we might be able to make something happen. Because again, there is interest for other parties involved. So like, I don't know. It's just one of those things that like, I feel like, especially where we grew up, there was this stigma that you couldn't really talk about sex. You couldn't talk about these things.
Absolutely.
There's a
Yeah.
fucking abortion billboard like 10 fucking feet from the fucking road you turn onto my house. Like, and I didn't notice that until I was older. Then I was like, oh my god, this sucks.
And like another thing too, and this is kind of like, I don't want you to be like a criminal bad boy, but like I want you to I want to know if our lives were threatened or something. Like you could beat someone's ass, like somebody could be scared
Yeah.
of you, because like there's
Well, okay,
tons
and that's
of-
where I worry about letting Abby down as a boyfriend because I'm a pacifist. I don't have that. And when I met Abby, I knew she was it because she was everything I was missing.
yeah.
She's great with trucks. I'm not. She can fight. I can't. She's
Yeah.
great at cooking. I can't.
But that's me and my needs. What I'm looking for. She found her needs. Obviously,
Right.
she wouldn't be with you if she didn't mind. Like,
Well, that's true
everything
too.
that
I guess
matches
she's not here to be like, no, honey, I love you.
up. Yeah.
But that's funny because like whenever anybody asks, they're like, why him? Especially people that I grew up with that really know me, and they're like, seriously, why him?
See,
You
I
don't know him. The best answer, if you've ever seen Roger Rabbit, she goes, he makes me laugh.
See, I love like I never thought like, dude, who the fuck is ending up with Brian or Bort?
I definitely always thought that's what people thought. Because
I seriously like.
this
see
is a
her.
train wreck walking in.
But I see her and I'm like, fine. Like I knew it was gonna be somebody from like our small town.
I had to find somebody out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like he fucking found somebody and like I love that. Like
And I love that we're not married, and I'm not trying to be shitty about that, but like, why? I love that Shania and Carson got married. I even said on the show, before we went to the wedding, I'll say I fucking loved the wedding. After we went to it, we were all there together, it's fucking great, but like, why is everyone getting married?
okay, see, two parts here. If I didn't
You have a
have-
kid and you're not married.
Well, listen. If I didn't go through trauma and shit, I genuinely would have loved to get married young, be with a guy. Because I seriously do find that stuff more enjoyable. Finding your true love and doing everything with them and stuff like that. Like, even when I was in a relationship, like, and I
Right.
thought I loved him or whatever, like, that was way more fun than going out partying. Like, I looked at people partying
Yeah.
and like, that's not enjoyable.
Because it's
This
life
is
planning,
really
it's fun to
enjoyable.
life plan.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah, I definitely I love the idea of getting married. I love the idea, but like finding like that person and like, no, that's not how.
Like,
I
And I'm not trying to be mean, but like, I could more or less see like guest 1 getting married a little quicker than guest 2, just because
Yeah.
like I've never really seen you like that married. I've seen you as that like, you're just like the cool aunt that might always have boyfriends, or she's the cool aunt that like
I love this.
she might actually be married, but you don't know it because he doesn't come around a lot with her because she's her own spirit. And like, I don't know, you look like you'd have a feather in your hair at some point, and like I love it.
Okay. I mean,
It's
that's
nothing but
interesting.
nice compliments from this side of the room.
It really is. Because also seeing the fact that she has a boyfriend right now, and I'm like literally telling you, like, I'm fucking around with everybody. But I'm gonna get married, and you guys can all be invited.
See, and this is my secret hope, is that we all do this show now,
Yeah.
like all my friends and everybody now, so eventually when they do get, because I want everyone to get married a little bit older, when I actually have a stand-up career, so actually it's an actually answer to be like, I'd love for you to perform stand-up at my fucking wedding reception.
No.
I would... Wow! The immediate no!
Shut down.
The reception, the after part!
You can't even censor yourself now with names, like, no.
So you're not even invited.
Like, it's gonna be in a ballroom, classic, bougie wedding.
I could look nice.
But can you do clean jokes?
Yes, I mean, but like, if,
I
at
mean,
that
you're
point, if we're all
like-
drinking and it's like friends and like,
And you're gonna be like, oh yeah, knock knock. Oh, it's a dick at the door. Like, that's not...
mail here. Just a cock through the envelope.
Yeah. Like...
But you're laughing!
Yeah, like, it's fine for the friends group, not for the fucking wedding. Because, like, you know, when it dwindles down to the friends, but then you have that one grandma that's like, still around.
I never.
Yeah.
But at receptions, I think, maybe this is just me, at my wedding reception, no kids, no old people. I want people who are going to drink, have a good time, dance.
I'm sorry, I've met a lot of old people who will drink.
Well, I can't say not all old people.
sorry, you have
I'm
to
talking the
say
oldies that are like, oh, what time is soup? And it's
Yeah.
like, fuck, you can't even smell liquor and you're going to die. Your liver is gone. It's just a
okay.
fucking tube at
I
this
mean,
point.
I don't care if I have kids at like my wedding reception, but their parents are gonna know. Well, in fact, that I plan on not remembering my wedding reception. So
And like that's also want to do stand up because it's just a funny thing in the moment because it's really just about roasting people that are there and like,
Yeah.
And I don't know, the performer in me just wants to make my friends laugh.
Yeah. Well,
And what's
you
better?
always
What
make
better
fun
of a
of
gift
that.
can I realistically do than giving you a nice memory on your wedding of laughter?
Well, listen, like you
should
showing
get like a speech. Maybe we'll limit you to like.
No, he's
You
gonna
get
be
20
like,
minutes.
He's like, I remember, and I'm like, fucking shut the mic down. She came to this.
Do you want to hear one of the
podcast.
sweetest memories? I promise I'll share a sweet memory of guest 2 in the second part. I just have to remember one.
love
I'm kidding. But one of the first times I ever knew I wanted to keep guest 1 in my life was when she drove me home one day, and in my driveway she started crying, and she was telling, and she broke down about everything and what that was happening, and with the current man that is now baby daddy, and there were issues, and it was all this stuff, and it was the first time I saw. Fuck.
Oh,
Damn it! Fuck! Well, that's why I didn't list all the
Tell me
issues.
serious shit.
It was the first time I saw her break down as a person.
That's true.
And it was just her elements at their core on the table. And I was like, wow, I didn't think I'd ever get to see this from this person. So that made me want to say, oh, if I saw this from her, I could see it from everybody else.
Yeah.
So the show is also a way for me to do this, is to really ask you guys what I've always wanted to ask and
Yeah.
get closer through the show and like, I don't know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it bugs me when people are like, I don't want my show to come out long after. And I'm like, man,
Like
I get it, but like, what the fuck? Like,
I want my show to come out. I just don't.
you don't want to get in trouble. I get it.
Anyway, want my name attached. I have future students that do not need to hear any of this.
Yeah, and
Ever.
again, like we're saying a lot of shit right now that obviously people of our friend group listen to this.
Can't wait.
I need them to look at me the same. Like,
But then I want them to not a little bit because they should see a more realistic you light on you, and that's my chance to really bring it out.
but
of you.
all of my friends have a different version of me. Like I can say this,
and
shit
I get
because
that, but like I don't think people should live versions of themselves.
Oh,
And that's why I think I've lost jobs because I've stopped trying. I really am just disappointment 24/7.
But that's you, and that's your like, and you can do that, and that's awesome, and that's you. But for me, like,
Right.
I do that like for a living. That's why I am good at my job, because I can look at somebody across the table and sit here and act like I'm the biggest fucking Harley Davidson fan, truck girl, and like I have had people bring their shit back to me.
Improvists.
And yeah,
Again, you guys aren't stand-ups, but you're practicing stand-up routines almost.
Yeah,
and I
like,
love
no,
that
yeah.
because, again, I don't know why, but it felt like our school was breeding sitcoms like
yeah.
stars.
We were a disaster.
It always felt like a fucking show. Every episode, there was always something.
Literally.
And I don't know. And it just like, it freaks me out that like, when I bring those individuals on the show and I see a little bit older versions of them, it's still the same. It's still that same weirdly, finitely individual kind of energy that only they output. Like, Tyler is only Tyler.
yeah.
Even though you don't love him so much, Logan is still Logan. And this is your chance
no.
to soundbite like, hey, by the way, Logan, you're a douchebag.
Logan, you're a fucking douchebag.
I'm sorry.
No, I seriously like.
We're friends, Logan. I love you.
Yeah,
He wished me good luck on my show the other day, so I can't even talk shit.
See, that's him being fake and using a second personality. No, I'm so kidding. He was in
The shit talking today.
No, I don't mind that. See, like, but again, like, that's my friendship with him. Like, I've always been sarcastic and, like, shit on him, like, talk shit to him. Like, that's him and I. If you look at Tyler and I, it's, like, deep conversation, like, real shit. If you look
Right.
at me and you, it's deep, real shit. Like, I'm not going to sit
And I
here and tell
appreciate
Logan
that.
all my shit. Like,
Yeah, that's true too. And I get that. And like, I don't know. Do you think at the end of the day, and I'm not trying to pin you to it, but like, do you think you two are best friends?
I mean, I wouldn't. No, she is like my absolute best friend because even though, like, again, we can go months without talking. I was horrible at that. Like, we've both gone through our
That's how I really feel about Tyler. Like,
Yeah.
because I have my little Voltron crew now, my absolute best friend group, but, like, I feel like I could always call Tyler. Tyler
Yeah.
always picks up when I call.
That's the best thing. Is like, you guys can go months without talking, but if I needed her, she would show up at my door. Like,
Yeah, we went like months without talking. She was like, "Hey, can you come watch?" I was like, "Of course I can."
Right.
Did you say my first?
You said her name earlier.
Yeah.
You have to. Edit
Well, listen,
all-
this will be the first part of the show. We'll have the culture shock start now because we went a little bit over the time mark for the first part. We're going to have another shot, I guess, of something.
Okay.
And we'll come back, we'll do the second part. In Cushion 1, this has been,
Emily Banks.
also known as Call Her Daddy. And then in Cushion 2, we've had...
Mariah Hankins.
Fun.
And I've been Dizzy Disappointment. This is your first culture shock. I guess second, and we will be back after this, and we will finish the show in a little bit. Enjoy your first music break. I feel like it's going to be Lil' Kim. I'm not sure yet. I just get a little Lil' Kim vibe of, like, bad bitch style. And like, so please enjoy. But then again, it won't come out for like 16 weeks. So suck a dick until then. Well, bye!
You got it going on. Yeah, you got it going on. You got it going on. Yeah, you got it going on. I used to be scared of the dick. Now I throw lips to the shit. Handle it like a real bitch. Have the hunter, Janet Jack me, take it in the bud. Yes, what? I got land in Switzerland. Even got sand in the Maryland. Bahamas in the spring. Baby, it's a big mama thing. Can't tell by the diamonds in my rings. That's how many times I wanna come. 21 and another one and another one and another one. 24 carats, nigga. That's when I'm fucking with the average nigga. Word to shack. Brothers be back and old. Don't you like the way I roll and play with my pushy? Tell me what's on your mind when your tongue's in the pussy. Is it marriage? Damn, bitch, yeah. Baby carriage? Damn, I love that. Shit, no. On a dime, shit is mine. Got to keep them coming all the time. Why?
Killers be quiet, my niggas bring the riots. Tough talk, tough walk, shit is tired.
You wanna be this queen bee, but you can't be. That's why you're mad at me.
Killers be quiet, my niggas bring the riots. Tough talk, tough walk, shit is tired.
You wanna be this queen bee, but you can't be. That's why you're mad at me.
How big and untrust you in the studio with me? Don't they know I'm trying to set you continuously? Pull a high power cool, make you jump ship. Lead who you with, run with the Rockefeller crew. Tricky for the cheese, tear your boom up. Spread an ill rumor, make it flip on little C's. Twist it backwards, get the dough from your platinum hits. Rock Little Kim hats and shit. I get down and dirty for the dough, I got love, and Big know it. He must got the studio bug, probably. As we speak, he's on his way up the street with the mafia thugs and all types of heat. But I ain't trying to beef, I'm just trying to eat. And horizontally, the way I hold my iron is sweet. And them my niggas, but I like the sound. Little Kim and Jigga sound like figures.
Killers be quiet, my niggas bring the riots. Tough talk, tough walk, shit is tired.
You wanna be this queen bee, but you can't be. That's why you're mad at me.
Killers be quiet, my niggas bring the riots. Tough talk, tough walk, shit is tired.
You wanna be this queen bee, but you can't be. That's why you're mad at me. Before I caught some niggas disease, got caught with his keys. Big scoop the young bitch off her knees. Threw me in high price V's. Face on TV, platinum CDs. Shit, I never feel. Saw a nigga what? Pussy greased up. Stack the G's up. Keeps the knees up. What the fuck? Stay feeling. $500,000. Geneva Diva. Yeah, I close it down. Lay around, clown, the clock stops for no one. Never 68 then 01. Takes one to know one. Let the off with the Playboy magazine. Fucking with the dog. Push the keys. GS3's the papers. Y'all ride crates. State to state. Lieutenant takes mad dimes from New York to Anaheim. While you daydreaming wine, I just keep getting mine. And I'm married to this. Y'all strategy listen. Still planning weddings. Mafioso gettings. All the bullshit. Any type of threatens to bullshit.
Killers be quiet, my niggas bring the riots. Tough talk, tough walk, shit is tired.
You wanna be this queen bee, but you can't be.
Killers be quiet, my niggas bring the riots. Tough talk, tough walk, shit is dying.
You wanna be this queen bee, but you can't be. That's why you're mad at me.
Killers be quiet, my niggas bring the riots.
Tough talk, tough walk, bring the riot. I don't remember. I was even just listening to it, and that's fucking sad. I was just vibing with it. It doesn't matter. Listen, I played Big Mama Thang because I thought it was a really good Lil Kim song. This next song is also a Lil Kim song, and I think you'll like it, ladies, because really this show is just for you two. I don't care if anybody else listens. I don't care if anybody else even one day even tells you, like, hey, I like that show you were on because we changed your names, but you came on, and that's all that matters to me. So please enjoy. What the fuck was that next song? Oh yeah, Spend a Little Dough. I wrote it down, and I didn't even have it ready, so that's the definition of being disappointment, ladies. But at least we're not disappointing in bed. But spend a little dough because ladies like the expensive things. They like things that glitter. And you know what? I can't blame them. Sometimes I feel the need to be decked out in ice, but most of the time I look homeless. Nevertheless, enjoy this next song, and I will be back after this.
Baby, I missed you.
I missed you too.
I waited a long time for this.
So why you ain't come see me? No commissary or nothing.
I ain't want to see my bird in no cage, but I'm ready to take care of you now.
Down after 3 years. 3 motherfucking years, nigga. You know what?
Hasta la vista, bye bye, kiss your kids. It's the gangster shit. What you think this is, nigga? Calm yourself, it's just a little robbery. You got stricken with the poverty, slaughtering me. Call me sunshine, pussy spread like the rainbow. Spectacular, miraculous. I practice this for a living, like the Buddhism. Now you're engaged here. Ask Tina, love ain't got shit to do with me and you. Or the fofo under the pillow, putting the dildo. I like to play while I'm working, and that's for certain. Keep jerking, I ain't done with you. Lights, cameras, curtains. In a second, the show begins. Invite your family and friends, they got to see this. Oh, they wouldn't believe this. You got stuck and left naked with a hard penis.
Don't take nothing for you to love me, baby. Don't take nothing for you to love me. If you're feeling like I do, then I know you want it too. Don't take nothing for you to spend a little dough. Don't take nothing for you to love me, baby. Don't take nothing for you to love me. If you're feeling like I do, then I know you want it too. Don't take nothing for you to spend a little dough.
I heard about the carjacks and all the contracts out on me by your man Big D. Stink hookah dots. I bought his life for 3 G's and some watches, then wet them like galoshes. No need to be mad, they already gone. Him and your hitman has something going on. We caught him down at the Shark Bar up in Mark's car. You know the place where the Willies are always frontin' in they mores, sipping Don P's and Christie's. I reminisce how it used to be. On the run from police, we bust shotties out of Maseratis. Bloody bodies in the telly lobbies. When in need, I lied for you, cried for you. You know this down ass bitch would've died for you. I used to sweat you, but now forget you. I'd rather dead you and wet you like I never met you.
Don't take nothing for you to love me, baby. Don't take nothing for you to love me. If you're feeling like I do, then I know you want it too. Don't take nothing for you to spend a little dough. Don't take nothing for you to love me, baby. Don't take nothing for you to love me. If you're feeling like I do, then I know you want it too. Don't take nothing for you to spend a little dough.
And I remember how you said you loved me with the passion, high fashion. Who you asking to keep the tum numb from index to thumb? Push the V's with the coke from the DTs. Dope, take the titties from city to city. I ain't see a G off of none of them keys. At ease, when the cops came, you gave them my name. Said if I didn't snitch, you make a shorty bitch. cream in the middle. Don't pay to be nice, but it's nice to pay. And if you die before you wait, may your soul God take. Don't take nothing for you to love me. Don't take nothing for you to love me. You feel like I do, and I know you want it too. It don't take nothing for you to spend a little gold. Don't take nothing for you to love me. Don't take nothing for you to love me. If you feel like I do, want it too. It don't take nothing for you to spend a little gold.
Man, I hate commercials. Don't even say the C word to me. Where that loser Brighton at? Knowing B? He probably out there boxing birds and shiz. Let's get back to it before anyone tunes out. You think anybody's still listening to this crap? You tripping, big dog.
Say that shit again, because we're back. I just jumped right into it. I'm serious, this is the show.
That was great.
Because I don't really like, I don't know. I don't really like to take a fucking, second to give an introduction back to it. Because
Yeah.
when it edits, it's just like, right here. Because it's fun to fucking just throw people back into it. So we're back from our little gossip hour of our friend circles after we were taking shots on the break. I did bring the wine
many
bottle.
shots.
I did bring the wine bottle up here because I wanted to take some myself also. Listen, I want to say it one time because I forgot to say it at least in the first show. Whatever aliases or names or whatever fucking titles we go
my
by.
real name.
Guest, yeah, your real name of guest one again is
Emily Banks.
and guest two.
Mariah Hankins.
And don't forget we call guest one Daddy. And
You have to
Insert
say it in
wink.
a different, yeah, I winked there.
Daddy.
There you go. Call me
Listen,
Dad.
no matter what happens, obviously I've introduced you to my girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's close to my heart. I've introduced you to my home. I've shown you the real me because I love you both. And you're both very important to me. And we're both, I hope, friends.
Absolutely. No, I love that you
When I
like,
saw you
invited
guys at the
us.
wedding, it made me really excited. It made me excited that you wanted to go to the Cumberland fucking river or whatever together. And that made me excited that we couldn't go because I had teeth ripped out.
Yeah.
But it meant a lot that you wanted to do this because we grew up together. I love you guys. You were each, I think, once a Valentine's to me, once in fucking
Oh, I remember
school.
that so well.
Gave one to Peyton Laird too. Now she's preggers.
That
Bitch is having a baby.
That was.
By this point, the baby will
Peyton,
definitely be born.
Shania,
Oh yeah,
me.
Shania is now Mrs.
You're 2
Spittler.
for 4.
Yeah,
That's true.
5 weeks.
the curse of Brighton. But the point I'm trying to make is the fact that you're here. It means a lot to me, and I just want you to know. At least one time on the bottle, I'll say I love you guys, and I'm glad that you're here. And I really do. It does mean a lot that you both took the time to
I love that you just wanted us
Do
to
this.
come. That seriously made me
Why would I not? You're both extremely funny.
I don't know. It just made me feel good. Oh, he cares enough. He wants me on the show.
Well, because it's also for a chance for me to get an update about your lives and
That's
know what the fuck's going on and I don't
Probably
know.
too many details.
a lot of too many details there.
So I don't want to make it a sex question
Absolutely not.
because we would never talk about sex in this show. But I do. Whether your intent is to bone or not, what kind of movies do you put on when you're with a significant other? Because I think we don't have to strafe away from girl talk, gossip hour, romantic stuff. We can just be classy about it. If your intent is to Netflix and chill, that's fine. But if you're really trying to watch something, what do you put on with your man? Do you put something on that you think he's gonna like? Do you put something on that you like?
I typically make him put it on.
Yeah.
You pick, and it's usually murder documentaries.
Really?
See,
Would you rather watch a comedy? Would you be... Because Abby loves that I put stand-ups on a lot.
I like stand-ups, but I'm just so picky. I'll get 5 minutes in and I hate it.
See, that's the thing. It depends on what kind of guy I'm with. If it's the first date or whatever like that, I want it to be a good movie. So a lot of times it's not going to be a comedy because we're probably not established what our favorite comedy movies are.
You don't want to put something on that might make him not laugh and you. Or
yeah, because that's embarrassing. If I'm sitting here like watching this movie and I think it's fucking hilarious and he's
just
not
like,
laughing.
haha, yeah.
First of all, like I know, okay, our humor's not gonna match up. You're not gonna get a second date, but like yeah. So I want it to be more of like a good, like probably action movie is always good because they're just like, and you can always go, you can never go wrong with an action. But like if it's somebody I'm comfortable with, like. I will say, like, I will never watch, like, a chick flick romantic movie a lot of times because they're probably going to ruin it for me. Like, I'm going to be sitting here crying and they're going to be, like, not into it.
Guess 2 looks like she would like horror movies.
No, I
No!
Listen, I have enough of my own anxiety from day to day. I do not want to watch a movie that's going to give me even more. I don't like thrillers, like high suspense. No, thank you. No.
None.
I do like a good thriller. I can't do like horror. Demon.
I love.
Scary
Abby
shit.
loves horror movies. I love horror movies.
I used to, but then like once I like moved, because like I moved out when I was 18 and like being on my own, I was like, fuck. There's some real noises going on.
Yeah.
I got scared real fast. So yeah, I don't do any of those. It's like honestly, like if a guy put that on, I'd be like, I'm fucking hitting the door.
This is good to know because some people need to know like what not to put on to impress a girl.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
horror
don't-
movies can be a bad start because like
Unless you've established that's like a common interest. Like my brother, such a horror movie, like gore, like fanatic. They go to like the horror, like get like Comic-Con for like horror stuff. Like so they obviously are fucking
horror
watching it.
con, not to
Yeah.
confuse with horror con. There's just a bunch of dick sucking.
Yeah, I'll be a thug. But seriously, yeah, like I'm probably going for like I love like a thriller action movie, but like at the same time, like I love romantic movies. That's what I would choose by myself. If we both like establish our humor, yeah, I'm fucking putting on a comedy. Like
So if guess 2, if you were behind the wheel, what would you put on if it was your choice? Because I want to know like what would you want to watch if it was just up to you?
Yeah, we were just. I go with like the classic like movies, like The Breakfast Club or like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Like,
You're going for movies
like
that you know
those.
that no matter what happens, it's a good movie.
Yeah, and like if they don't like it, then I know that like they're
check it
just
off the list.
Kind of
done.
boring, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good.
Because if you can look over and they're sitting there, like if you start to like say the movie line and they're finishing it, and like it's a fucking.
I think I literally played Superbad for every single girl I brought over to the house and brought to the basement. And I hate saying it like that because it makes me seem like there's this fucking sex dungeon that I brought girls to, but I promise there wasn't. It was just that's just where you hung out. Like that was just where I would watch movies and like I basically lived. So when I would go home, I would have girls over. We'd go to the basement, and my fucking dad would fucking open the door and be like, watching Superbad down there, and you just close the door, and it's like, Dad, her hand is on my cock. Please. I know you can't hear or see me, but you're killing the vibe.
See, I got taken down to the basement one time, and it wasn't like, here, let's go down and watch Superbad. It was, here, do you want to go see all these jars of weed? Like,
Yeah, because back then,
smell this
yeah, I was like, look at all these things. And that was like back in the day when like, I don't know. I do miss those days. It just reminiscent.
I'm gonna be honest, I never honestly smoked weed or like party and shit like I let on. I was the biggest fucking front, honestly. I
I
like,
think a lot of people were.
yeah, I enjoyed like knowing those people because like people like would literally like,
'Cause they're fun.
Like, yeah, they would hit me up and they'd be like, "Hey, I need so and like so much for Friday." And I'm like, "I know some fucking people. I'll be that person for you." People needed me. I felt wanted. Like
Yeah,
some
and that's
trauma shit.
it's
coming
nice to
back
have
in.
notifications constantly. It's like, oh, people need to know where I am and
Yeah.
need to talk to me, and I feel important.
But like, I kid you not. Like I did smoke weed, but like twice, 3 times.
It's
maybe.
so funny because you had the reputation.
Yeah,
I did not have the reputation, and I was the one who like went and partied on the weekends,
got
like
high,
all that.
drunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was her, and then she was like, "Oh, perfect little angel."
I would literally
like,
never do
quiet.
anything, and even in my little friend group, they would just never want to do anything, and maybe minimally drink, which was fun. But like the only time I'd ever really smoke, it was just such a hard thing to do because when you have a lawyer of a mother and a
Yeah.
bloodhound father who also smoked and can
Yeah.
smell anything, like it's hard to do. So it would really only be when I would hang out with Max. And like,
Right.
and then that was only when Austin Moore wasn't there because, and I was never really offended. I always took it as like Max being a good friend and knowing that like he just didn't want the wrong thing to happen.
Okay.
He was like, I don't really want you to over if Austin's over.
That makes
He said,
sense.
you're both important to me, but I just don't know how you guys would click. And I just, like, he knows I'm very, like, abrasively in your face about my personality, and it might be too much, and Austin might get physical or take it in a weird way, or, like,
Yeah.
because some people react physically, and...
No, I mean, and, like, that kind of goes back to, like, what we were talking about is, like, I am different friend, like, all of my friends kind of know a different version of me, and that's not because, like, I'm trying to be fit. Like, my best friend, guest two here, Mariah Hankins, she knows it all. But, like, I have different friends that I do have a different personality with, and so, like, if I am trying to plan a get-together, it's, like, you're trying to pick what friends would mesh well together. Like,
Yeah, that's so hard to, like, mix your friend groups.
Yeah. And it's not saying, like,
And you want to so bad, but you're like, fuck, they don't click in real life.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
Their only relation is me right now, and that sucks. And then, like, now that you're 21, like, you find more common ground, but it's still really hard. And,
Yeah.
like, that's why, like, I do the show to show people, like, if you were all on the same show, surely all of you could hang out, but really, it's
yeah,
me.
but, like, and we could all have a common interest in like, we could all get together for a show, and our common thing would be the show. But, like, I have a friend, and our main interest is, like, fashion. So we hit it off so much on fashion, but then I might have another friend where, like, our main interest is, like, the religious shit, and she might not be into fashion, but I'm into religious, and she's into religious shit, so, like,
And
we
I just,
talk
like,
about
I guess
that.
the thing that irks me is, like, I don't want to talk different around anybody, and I don't. I swear in front of my professors, they love it.
Yeah.
I swear in front of everybody, and I don't want to not swear.
Okay.
And I guess a lot of religious folks sometimes frown upon swearing.
I guess it
And I think that just kind of fucking sucks. And, like, again, guest two's mother always said, it's just fucking words. And I think that made you a strong individual. And I
Yeah.
think that made you very, like, you know.
Yeah, she definitely taught me, like, especially before going to middle school. She was like, call me the meanest name you could think of. And so I was like, you bitch. And she was like, maybe.
Oh.
I probably am.
Okay.
And then you're like,
And-
what do I say back now, Mom?
Yeah, she's like, see, it's not as fun.
Because she taught you could absorb it and just dissipate
Yeah.
it. And that's, oh my god, like, I think treating kids like adults is the fastest way to really make them smart. But I also think, and I'm just an advocate of this, I think comedies help progress brains. Because in order to completely get a joke and laugh completely at a joke, you have to, like, understand the joke. And you have to understand, like, where they're coming from, what they're referencing, why they're saying it like that. And, like, watching adult humors that conquer more abrasive topics could potentially cause a child to think about, yes, some not childlike ideologies and thoughts, but, like, I don't know, like, when does childhood really stop?
Yeah, and so,
When you
like,
stop having fun, in my opinion. I'm still in my childhood, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you never stop having fun, but
Right.
like, I mean, I mean, we're not putting like an age limit on anything, but it, like you said, comedy, it kind of teaches you, like, one, not to be offensive and a snowflake, but also, like,
Give it and take it.
I'm saying this in a sarcastic tone for a laugh, for a comic relief. You don't say this in a serious subject because that's fucking offensive. Like,
Yes.
it does, like, teach you.
And, like, what I'm trying to get the world to understand, and I think both of you, being funny individuals, understand that, like, it's different from, like, doing something in the real world versus, like, even in the real world, establishing or on a stage this bubble of, like, this is a fucking joke.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to stress that, especially in cancel culture today. I can give a shit. I've never regretted a single joke. I've said nigga on this show. I do not give a shit. Because it's for a fucking laugh.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you don't understand that, why are you listening? Because at the end of the day, if a comedian is really putting his heart on the stage, really wearing it on his sleeve and saying, hey, I'm saying A, B, and C to get you to Z. And if you don't respect the work, that's fine. But, like, why'd you pay the ticket, man?
Right.
You obviously need a laugh. You bought it.
Like,
I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
You can meet me halfway and get a little bit more vulnerable. I don't understand when people go to, like, especially, like, music shows and they don't pay attention. Or when they go to comedy shows and they're not willing to, like, just fucking be a little open-minded about what you might hear. Like, have either of you gone to a comedy show ever?
Honestly, no. I want to go so bad.
You've never seen a stand-up perform live?
No. Anytime I've wanted to
I'm
go,
very
it's
different on stage.
I would see. I do want to say I want to go to one of yours, but like any other time I've tried to see like somebody, it's always like fallen through.
When I was doing a set in Yellow Springs, one of the patrons drew me,
I love that over there.
and it was during a 15-minute set, so I put it in the frame of Batman because I was like, "Oh, I'm definitely as cool as Batman."
No, I think that was really cool that like somebody drew you. Like
I felt like
that
it was my
awesome.
first fan, honestly.
Yeah.
But she was also very old, so I was like, well, shit, if she dies soon, I'm going to go back to 0, so that doesn't help. Fan base is not growing. It is dying.
Yes. But and it does, like, make, like, serious conversation. Like, you have to throw in...
Because I like to be funny, but I also like... When I'm on stage, that's at least a 15-minute set of potentially people shutting the fuck up, putting their phones down, and really paying attention to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Not only make them laugh, make them think. Do a joke about, hey, if you get fingered as a guy, but from a girl, is it gay? Well, I don't know, because the G-spot's in the ass, so that's a whole talk. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then, or it's a talk about, like, one of my favorite bits, and you might get a little upset about this, because it's a shit on religion.
Hold on.
Oh, fuck, damn it! Fucking tit farts.
Miss Banks.
Back that up. But, like, it's a joke where, and this is the first part is 100%
Wait,
true.
can I stop you real fast? Because you said I might get offended on it.
It's a shot towards religion.
But I literally just said...
It's a joke.
You have to be open-minded. I can joke about serious things, whether I'm for
And I guess that's me still being, you know who I am, of
yes,
like...
it's just
I like to say sorry before I step, because once I step, I'm going the fuck in.
Anyway,
so
yeah,
the bit starts like this, and this first part is really true. Ladies in the audience, because this is an all-lady crowd right now, I guess while I'm in this room... you can look this up at your phones at your discretion, but there are multiple churches in Europe that claim to have in possession Jesus Christ's foreskin. I'm going to say it one more time. Foreskin. Jesus Christ's foreskin. That motherfucker was born in a barn. That shit was fed to a mule. What do you mean you have it in a fucking frame? And here's my thing. Say one of them's right. Say one of them really does have the fucking foreskin.
Uh-huh.
What other 12 dick skin is on those walls? Okay, say Jesus fucking floats down, because you know he'd fucking float down if it happened. He'd fucking be like, oh, my children, the clouds part. And he's like, hey, here's a long shot, but anybody seen some 4,000-year-old cock skin? Yeah, one flies up, connects. Oh, that's a point on your side of the board. Yeah. But I want 12 points on the what the fuck other side of the board of what homeless dudes did they rob that weren't circumcised, or kids at birth that they fucking frame and be like, well, he did it. That's a fucking good idea. That's 12 lies. I want 12 fucking L's in my corner. I think it's a good bit.
I think so. That is. I'd laugh at that one.
If even one of them's right, whose dick skin is on those walls?
I mean, I'm gonna say this.
It freaks me out. I'm like, there's so much cock skin being worshipped.
If some person died and I didn't know him, I didn't have a connection to him, but I could say that was the only part of their body left. And I could take that and be like, listen, I could say this is fucking the Savior, Jesus Christ.
His holy cockskin dangles.
And I used to have a song bit part of that joke where I would be like, do you think they fucking pray to it? They get on their knees and they're like, his sack was long, his dick was cut. Mary birthed him and said, what the fuck? I did not bang a man, it just shot inside of me. And it would just be like a fucking like hymn.
Yeah.
It was more of a freestyle version of it because I couldn't remember it. But I still have fun doing it.
I think that was still impressive.
But I like to make fun of everything. Because I'm trying to prove the point that, like, if you're focused on the little things like the diversity of the N-word usage, like, you're not thinking about the bigger topics, like joke about pollution. Yeah. Start thinking about that. Get it going in the right direction. Talk about big fucking Pizzagate issues and maybe save some kids or fucking do something good with a joke. Because I get that you can make people laugh, but like, okay, if you can get them laughing, what if you can heal them? Like, what if you can make a rape victim laugh about being molested? Because frankly, I have had people on the show that have been raped and we make rape jokes. Why? Because it's fucking funny to walk past something.
Yeah.
I understand it's painful and it's something you can never change. But it's something you can definitely define after and alter and give you life experience of how rough and real the world can be and what the fuck it has in store for you. I don't give a fuck. But at the same time, those individuals who were raped may or may not like rape porn now. And is that a influence because of the event? No one knows. Because we're still beating off to it.
I think, like, there's a degree, like, they might not laugh at the joke at that time if they're not healed, but there's many categories of that joke that you can tell. so you can get intense with it.
Like the best rape joke I ever came up with, I don't even know if I've ever told this, was, ladies, I'm not trying to say you can stop a rape. Because if it's happening, it's happening. And I'm sorry, you're in that situation. But you can make it a lot worse for him. He say he gets you from behind and you're like, oh no, and he's tied me up. And he's fucking going in from behind. His dick is below your asshole. Muster out a shit and blow it on this man's cock.
There you go.
Shit on this man's dick.
There you go.
And I think that's a funny bit.
Yeah.
Because it again, hard subject, terrible finish. That's how comedy should be. Either left turns of like, I didn't think of that, or like letdowns of like, oh my god.
Now.
A lot of my jokes are letdowns.
The Dissappointing radio show.
But
No, I mean, I agree. Like I said, like, the only thing is, like, certain subjects clearly, like, again, not even just on that subject, it could still, so, like, the beginning part of that joke could trigger somebody. If it's new, if they don't know how to work through it, like, you know, you don't know who's silently suffering, and, you know, so you could be saying that, they could be smiling and laughing, but you don't know what's really going on in their mind. But, you know, again, if they're hopefully an open-minded person or something, they can get to the end of that and joke and laugh, hopefully, if it's a good joke on that.
I hate to admit it, but
topic.
like with all this pedophilia stuff going on, it made me write a pedophile joke.
Oh my gosh.
And I wrote one, and I thought it was kind of funny. And it kind of goes, it would be like an SNL style skit.
Yeah.
To where it would be like an AA meeting, but instead of AA, it was like BB's meeting, and it was like, hi, we're Baby Boomers Anonymous, and we bang babies. And it's like, hi, I'm Todd, and that baby, you know, it was spinning up on itself, and it gave me that come get me look. Like, obviously, like...
Yeah. I think you can probably, yeah.
And like, I think they should answer every time, like, hi, I'm Dave, I'm a monster. That would be funny. And like, I don't know, I'm just trying to show the world that, yes, there are very serious subjects, but god damn it, you can joke about anything. The whole point of comedy is that nothing's off the table. Because if anything's off the table, then what the fuck is the point?
Yeah, you just have to write the good joke about it. Like,
I love that guest 2 has found my bed blanket, is now enwrapped in it like a fucking, like, she's spending the night.
I'm sorry, do you not remember, like, literally every day of high school where I brought a blanket?
You did always have a blanket, and it was kind of, I'm not trying to, like, say adorable, but, like, it's just very quirky, and it's like, oh, she doesn't have a high body fat percentage, so she's gotta stay warm like a little
I
fucking...
remember walking into calc, and, like, all the boys... They had just got a gym class, so they're hot.
Yeah. And they're sweaty as fuck.
I'd be sprinting from the library. I'm already cold. Like, I gotta get there and plug something in so they can't plug the fan in.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck. And, like, I don't know. I do miss classes, and I do miss stuff like that. But, like...
I don't miss high school at all. I miss, like...
I don't miss classes, like, doing the work. I don't miss being in classes. I just miss, like, seeing everyone.
Yeah.
And just being... Because... And people don't really realize it until later. Every single moment you're in person with somebody, in that moment, that's your chance to make something great or bad. Mm-hmm. And I always use it as a chance to make someone laugh.
Yeah.
Because you might not remember me most of the time, but you might remember something funny that happened.
Yeah.
And that's usually what I want to ask the guests. And I'm going to have guest 2 answer first if I can. Like, what is one of the first memories you remember of me making you laugh? It doesn't have to be a good memory. But, like, I always just try to get people to remember, like, when was the first time I made you laugh? The fact that you're laughing about it, like, makes me feel nice.
I don't know if this is the first time, but...
The first one that comes to mind.
We were standing in line, and me and another girl were talking about her angel, and it was Mexican midget with a big dick, and you walked up to that, and I just remember seeing your face, like, what the fuck?
Okay, that's a good one. I like that a lot. Do you have one? Guest one?
I mean,
Daddy?
Thank you. No, I don't... I mean, like, I have a horrible memory. So I really, like, it's hard. It's more of, like, going... Like, I talk to, like, my friends now, obviously, who I don't associate high school with, or, like, work friends, coworkers, and stuff. And, like, I know I talk about you for different things.
And I think that's so weird that you talk about me. I'm not trying to be, like, mean about it. I'm just, like, I don't think I'm a topic of interest.
Yeah, but, like, you are, because obviously, like, you've had enough, like, funny moments or funny stories where, like, I sit here and I'm like, yeah, this was my friend Borton Johns. We, you know, messed
And it's
around.
so funny you say that because, like, Brian Harrison is the reason that name exists.
Was it Brian? See, I thought it was Peyton.
It was 100% Brian because we were sitting in fucking history class or something, and it was right when Brooklyn had that child.
Oh.
And it was, I think, at the same. She was in the class and she was talking about it, and it was either. I'm pretty sure it was Brooklyn, not Jasmine. And she was talking about the baby, and Brian Harrison just goes like, "Brooke, I don't give a fuck about your kid or your baby daddy," and I laughed my ass off. And then we just couldn't stop laughing about it. So then he was just like, that was really one of the first times Brian really started laughing around me, like that. And he just kept messing with me then. He was like, Brighton. And then he was like, Brighton. And he was like, Bryson. And he was like, Borton. And he was like, oh yeah, Borton. And then as soon as he said it, Lane started saying it when we were still close, and everyone started saying it. And like, and I love where it came from, but like, it's just one of those things like, God damn it. Like,
I never knew where it came from. I just heard. Like,
I still call Dylan Dolan.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, that's Dolan. You're Borton. Like, I don't know where it came from. I just started doing it. Like, your name has always been.
I am McLovin.
Yeah.
It's from Superbad, yes. And like, I don't know.
And see, like, it's kind of different. Like, I do remember you in like kindergarten, but I don't remember like it's because I remember you from like pictures, I guess. But I don't remember you.
Well, it's harder for you because you also like were gone a lot in high school.
Yeah, I mean, like.
But I still remember a lot of like younger memories. I remember, I don't know why this one popped in, but I remember like one day, Taylor Middleton on the playground was kicking everybody in the balls with her soccer cleats.
That seems accurate. Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was like super scared that day because someone just said like, "Bro, if you have testicles, run!" Like Taylor's just looking for testes, and I was like, "Oh fuck." So, like, I just remember, like, being on the swing set and, like, trying to, like, just swing because I was like, you won't kick a guy's balls that's swinging. And I always remember, like, you two just, like, always, like, going up to the swings next to me. Like, I don't know why those memories pop up, but, like, I remember back to those, like, little flashes of, like,
like
swinging
things,
next to you guys. And,
I
like,
kind of have a similar. I mean, this one doesn't really involve you as much, but it involves guests two here.
Okay.
So I remember, like, in kindergarten. Again, like, I have a horrible memory, so it's impressive that like this is a little flash in my memory here that I have. But we were like walking in from recess, and our classroom was the first one like by the door. So like everybody's coming in. We're like walking by the cubbies, and me and guest two here, Mariah, had two very different like parenting like we grew up way different. And Jonathan Turner, he was like sitting there, like he came up and he's like, "Oh, Marissa just hit me on the balls." And I'm sitting here like this little innocent 5-year-old, and at the time like Marissa was my friend, and I'm like, I don't know what balls are. Like,
that's so funny.
And then like you fast forward like years later, and I'm sitting here like, listen, I just did this with this ball. Like,
so I'm a cum whore, and I suck on balls for a living.
No, but that's like one for her. I don't.
That's funny as fuck.
I know. See, I don't know, because we've always been friends. I remember more like serious times with you, but
because I always remember seeing you like around El Dorado, at the ballpark, just randomly like.
Yeah.
And I always remember like seeing her in school and like. Mm-hmm. Oh fuck! Damn it! I keep fucking up the names. I'm gonna keep. This is gonna be a fucking edit and a half for me.
Good.
I know. She said this is so good. Listen, if we got it right the first time, we would make Disappointment. And I just remember, and yes, like obviously now I don't. Now we're just friends, and like I've met Abby and I've moved on. Mm-hmm. But like I remember being the lovesick kid, and like oh. Fuck! We both said it!
Oh,
shit! Fuck this! Fist cock motherfucker!
You
dyke!
led me into that.
We both said it at the same time, so that'll be an easy fix. That's a twofer for Future Brighton, even though Future Brighton
just
can be
make
like,
that beat extra loud.
Meep.
The whole thing.
But like, I don't know.
I just always remember you being the funny friend. Like most of my stories I ever tell about people is just always like,
That's why I introduced myself as a gay friend to you, because I was like, because I don't remember. Well, I do remember who my older brothers. They always said that just make girls laugh.
Yeah.
That girls love a funny guy, and I always tried to be that. So maybe that's what always pushed the comedy. I always remember you always had a crush on my older brother JC.
Oh. I do remember this well.
Many pillows have been squirted on to JC.
It was a lovely, bright, sunny afternoon on the recess.
I loved never telling anyone. I was like, I think I'm just gonna try to get my older brothers to like come into lunch and fucking recess and fucking strut little white Brighton, and all of a sudden it's like 6 foot, 7 foot black dudes being like, "What up, bitches? This is my life."
Should have been a sign there.
I look like a fucking pimp. I look like I was a gangster,
You
like
did,
a
like,
kid,
I felt
like
kid
you were.
mafia.
You did. You so were at that. Like, I remember him walking out. Like, I was on, like, the merry-go-round, and, like, you guys walked out, and I was like...
I remember Frank just fucking
Right.
fucking
I
up
just
on the mirror.
do not
on the
remember
monkey
any
bars.
of that. I've lost.
I have
that
pictures
out.
of all that, of like
That's so
them
funny.
being on the playground and like on the monkey bars, and like
Yeah.
I have a picture of Frank talking to like Weston and you
Huh.
on like, I know, like, and again, Frank's been on my show and like it comes full circle.
Yeah, it does. It does. No, I do remember. And JC was like the big crush that I had out of everybody that you know everybody you guys had and made friends with and stayed with. And,
Even
like,
my mom was like, "You were gonna excite." I remember the night they were like, "Are you really gonna go to the lunch?" And he was like, "Yeah." It's like, "You were gonna excite some little girl."
But
And
the
I was
best
like, I don't know if I like that sentence.
The best thing was like, not only did I have like this little kid, crush on him, but I like, well, I don't know, was it like a girlfriend and Brenda? Is she girlfriend at the time?
Was girlfriend, then wife, not divorced.
Oh.
It comes full circle.
Oh, well, hey, JC. No, I'm kidding. No, but at the same time, I was just like, dude, she's fucking hot. Like,
Yeah.
clearly somebody that's gonna end up with him. Like, but I remember that. That was some shit.
Your smiles of like, JC, that's so fucking funny. And like, I always worried like a girl was gonna try to date me just to like be around my brothers and like
Yeah.
use me for the tickets, and like that's why it was really hard
Fucking
to like.
Mr. Wendell all the time. Brighton, so how about
Mr. Jones!
Reds Fest?
What about the red tickets?
That's why you liked me, because I had no idea what any of that was.
That's funny as
You're
fuck.
like, what?
That's-
Who are they?
Who?
Who are these people? I don't understand.
And that's usually, I think that's also why I love that, because when I told her, she's like, "Honey, I don't give a shit about that. You fuck well and you're nice to me and you don't hit me, at least when I don't want you to." So like,
It's simple, but she got what she wanted there.
right.
There you go.
He makes me laugh, and like I don't
That's
know,
important.
like I was also I was honest to God, like, and this sounds petty as fuck, but like, I was really excited for Shania's wedding.
What?
I just wanted to show off Abby.
Oh, that's so
It was my
sweet.
first chance to like show her off like a new car and be
Yeah.
like, "Look what the fuck I found. Look what is put up with my bullshit for years and is still putting up with it and loves it."
Yeah.
And like now I have photos of that you took of me talking to her while we're posing, and then we're like posing, laughing, mid laugh breaks, and then like I'd never had that before.
And those are like the best pictures too. Like, they're not gonna be the ones you always post, but they're like the best ones to keep for you guys because it like just sparks that memory.
A nice little frame of that
Yeah.
laugh, and it doesn't matter what the joke was.
Yeah, like in the moment, not a fake smile. Like,
And like that's what I was trying to show you. Everyone was like, "Guys, this is awesome. Look at this thing I found. I moved her in and wasted so much money trying to make this happen. I hope you all like her." And I was also trying to stress the fact that like I'm not going to propose anytime soon.
mm-hmm.
I don't think you should have to love someone.
no, absolutely.
I think
not.
you should just want to be with them and spend time around them. And I told Abby, I was like, "You can have a ring on your finger at some point, but I think the thing that I can't buy with any money is the time we spend together."
Absolutely, yeah.
You can't, a ring's nice, but like, I remember when I fucking love it's like drunk college boy
they hear
hour.
that?
I hope so. I'm gonna amp it up, and they'll be like,
Fuck yeah, bro, I just got some pussy!
That's exactly what was said. That sentence there.
but like, when, I don't know. And I also try to like, now that I've found like my person, I try to like break down the relationship into its elements as if it'll help other people find what
Yeah.
they're missing. Because I don't think people are missing anything, or maybe they're not complete themselves. But I think there is somebody meant for everybody. I didn't really believe that. I just thought you kind of get as close as you can, and then some people have some differences and you can't work around it. But like,
Now I have a question. Do you believe in like one true love, or do you think that like you can love multiple people? Not like at the same time, but like.
I definitely think you love multiple people because your first love, in the terms of like, say a wife that dies,
Okay.
that love lives in your heart.
Yeah.
And that love taught you a lot of things, and you use that in everything, and you might even say some of the things that person said.
Yeah.
The acts that way after they die, and like that doesn't go anywhere. Even like I don't really fuck with like afterlife stuff, but I believe in people carrying on things like that, and that's real.
What do you think?
Yeah. See, I've never thought about it in that way.
Yeah, that was a different perspective.
Because in my opinion, love is kind of like chains that you choose to always wear around. And while yes, they're heavy, you always remember like the good times, the bad times, the tears, what you did. You grew with it. You didn't grow with it. You acted immature. You said some things you shouldn't have. And now, like even in that, you wear that always. And you have to carry that. And the more chains you have, it's a little harder to move. But like, you know. I still think it's definitely possible to love multiple times. Because, I mean, I really did love Olivia. I really thought we were going to fucking be together. And when it broke my heart.
Yeah.
And when it breaks your heart, it's hard. But once it breaks your heart, you're left with the chain. You loved her. You created that chain. Love creates the chain. But then, now I wore that for a long time. Met Abby. And that's the last chain, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
You always hope it's the last chain. And we're very realistic about that. And we say that all the time. Even though we're like, I want to fucking... We talk about what we'll do for our wedding. We talk about...
Last motherfucking chain.
Yeah, exactly. We talk about that all the time. But, like, you know, we're not unrealistic that, like, she could die of a freak car accident.
Yeah.
And I tell her all the time, like, Abby, if I died of something that we could never stop, please find love again. Just let this matter now.
Yeah.
And let this live in your heart. And if you ever reference it again, that's just the icing on the cake. And that's also why I've had her on the show multiple times. Even if we break up because one of us dies or just something freaky happens, like that love is still preserved in that moment. You loved each other then, and that's all that matters. And like that's also why I've had her help me interview a bunch of female guests. She just helps bring out a lot of that understanding for the female perspective that I didn't have before I met her. After I met Abby, I was like, wow, like girls have needs. Like I know everybody has needs, but I was like, wow, girls have like grip your toes, fuck you on a fucking, like, washer with full of boots needs. Like, I get it now. Like, women have desire. And it's intimidating once you meet somebody that has your same prowess of life and eyes on everything and your enjoyment of everything. And now, all of a sudden, like, oh, I can... Like, it's weird because, like, even when you feel like you can say everything, you still choose to, like, ask things in spurts. You don't want to scare them off. But every time you ask something, they get fucking pumped. Because you're like, oh man, I love talking about this too. Let's fucking talk about this. And that's fun. And like, I think that's what really people should look for. Like, red flag is who red flag is to you. Whether it's a dick or whether it's a partner you are trying to work out. Maybe remove some flags if it's possible.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Do you want to remove flags?
I mean, okay. I don't... See, he's a complicated one.
Do you think you could find better? Let's at least say that out loud
okay.
once. Yes or no.
And I'm not going to say, like, better because, like, I don't...
Better for you.
Well, okay. So, yeah. I guess in a sense I would say yes, but because, like, we have a lot of differences, and I think that they're just too many... Not that, like, he's wrong for having those differences, but, like, they're differences that...
It's just differences.
Yeah, that would not be able to... Like, if I found somebody with less differences, we would be able to, like, cooperate better and like have more common interest things, but like besides our interests we still have a deep caring like affection for each other, and like that, like I don't know where I want it to go, just because like, and honestly because of our differences, because he has red flags, like he needs to work on himself first. Like I'm still obviously not in a place to be in a relationship. I think if we were to...
Can I ask you a really hard question?
Yeah, what's that?
Do you think you're trying to say not single but like floaty area because you're waiting for him to work it out and be the better person?
So he's
like, are you always trying to just because we talked about it earlier with you know who, it was never the right time. Are you trying to make sure it's always the right time?
No, not.
But you're still having fun in your spare time.
Not really. So
Okay.
like the first he and I talked like 2 years ago. I honestly like ignored him, ghosted him, and then like he got in a relationship, I got back with my ex, and then like the second go around, like he reached out to me again, like, so I think like we at least have that connection. We know like we're comfortable with each other. We know we have that affection, stuff like that. But
and is it weird that it's somebody from your past? Like to my knowledge, guess too, you haven't really like been with someone. I mean, we fucking dated. We never even tried to go for a round
So,
two. Like, I don't think you have like spurts
does.
of
I
rounds.
do.
Do you really?
I do. So
Okay.
between M and my current man,
Uh-huh.
there was my issues and my red flag.
Her lover.
My
What do you
lover.
think your? Oh, you had a red. I didn't mean your personal red
No,
flags. I was like,
no.
what do you think your red flags
No.
are? I think you're
That's
fine.
a different conversation.
He's the one that kind of made me fall in love, and we went back and forth for a year, and now I'm
And this isn't M.
no,
I'm so curious who this is. Do I know him?
No.
no,
Okay, I figured probably not.
no.
Because I feel like everyone's got this realm of somebody they don't know, somebody you meet through via probably like an internet dating app or like some freakish party
Actually,
night.
neither of our issues were met through that. Surprisingly.
How'd you meet this person?
He's friends with my dad,
Well, that's funny.
but he's way closer to my age than my dad's age.
Okay.
But he has a lot of issues. He's got a lot of things he's got to work through.
Are you still
He's seeing a trend
hoping
yet?
for this red flag to work out?
Yeah.
Okay, then no, that's fine. Like,
Which is, not like my proudest thing to say because I'm with somebody else right now. But
you're single though. I don't think. Well,
I'm
not single,
not
but like.
single.
Oh, is it like official like dating?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Well, it doesn't come out for 16 weeks. Shit changes. I'm kidding.
Earlier you said, yeah, this will be on 16 weeks. I was like,
He's gonna be gone by then.
He'll be gone.
Damn. Well, Guy, if you end up listening to this, sorry that you're not munching
sorry.
on I almost said it, munching on guest 2 anymore. But we're still trying our best. Okay. Let me ask you, why not? Why not 16 weeks from now? Is there something wrong with him?
There's absolutely nothing wrong with him.
Because that's good to say, just in case. I don't think
No,
that person will
no,
ever listen to part
No,
of this.
there's absolutely nothing wrong with him. He's like the sweetest person I've ever met in my whole entire life.
Do you not just
but
want
it's
to date?
not there. Like,
Oh, okay.
and I'm obviously
What,
not.
define that. Like, what's not?
He's like the safe choice. So
He's
like,
a safe bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I obviously was not over issues when we got together. Obviously, like issues is a spot in my heart and will always have a spot in my heart. And if I'm still in love with the last one, I can't form that connection with him. Not that I'm not giving him like
You're having fun, but there's not that desire
I'm having
more.
fun and
like,
we're having fun, we're having great times, like that's true, I do care about him, but I just can't see it.
you don't feel that thing.
Yes.
so you said when you first saw Abby, like you literally like
Things melted,
Yes.
and like it was just this weird thing. Like we both felt in our gut, like we were the same person for a moment.
yeah. So you like knew it then, but like you could look at your another friend or something and love them. But they're just like the safe brother love, like friend love kind of thing. Like they can be absolutely nothing wrong, but I'm sorry, like there's just a missing connection, like, and that's kind
that's
of
exactly
the
what it
difference.
is.
I kind of get that, and there's nothing wrong with him. The sex is good, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And that's why we're with him. And like I don't know, it's just one of those things that like I think you know it when you know it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but like maybe red flag people aren't it. Because I feel like it's the moment you meet them, you know it.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, Abby might have had a couple red flags, but, like, it didn't matter. There were too many yeses.
Yeah.
There were way too many yeses. The fact that she could watch anime, the fact that she could talk about porn, the fact that she could sit down and talk about the complexities of comedy and listen to me rant and let me cry and laugh and do all these very nice things and actually sit down and like make me feel like a person and like make me kind of understand like maybe getting toilet paper for Christmas is a shitty Christmas gift and I should complain.
Yeah.
I still don't want to complain because I'm just not that person, but like it's nice to find someone that wants to give you self-confidence.
Right.
And that's the thing, if you're with the person and you can feel that desire that they actually want you to get better. Because I feel like when you're in a relationship with some people, you can literally feel that they don't want you to succeed because if you succeed too much, you might leave them.
Yeah. Right.
I want
Sums
Abby to
up my
succeed.
red
I don't
flag,
give a
actually.
shit if Abby becomes a model and millions of people look at her. I still have the confidence that we'll be together because I love her.
Yeah.
And I'd love for her to do well in something like that.
That kind of
But,
goes back to like a question that you had asked about like what do I look for in a guy or whatever. Like I do want for like my end partner, my lifelong final person.
Because there's caring, but then there's
two
like
people who are
wanting
going to, like,
betterment.
build like, you guys are gonna try and work to help make the person, like, the best version of themselves, and you're working together, like, on that. Like, that right there is probably my one goal with that. And like you had said, like, that's the issue with, like, my red flags is, like,
Did it ever feel like he was pushing you to be like, be better?
No, like, he is more, like...
Help me.
He wants me to need him, so he doesn't want me to succeed, so I need him.
Right.
See, that's, like, my issues, my red flag. He wants me to go on and do better things, bigger and better things. He just has so much trauma, he doesn't think that he could ever be part of that.
Mm-hmm. And that's a different kind of trauma shit. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like more of like an internal one, not good enough
He
thing.
has to work on his self before we
Do you think
can
you
ever
could
be
help
a
him
thing.
get a little bit of that confidence?
There's only there's only so much.
Okay, was there an actual like a solid attempt at this?
Yes. There's only so much that you can do to help somebody before it's on them. Like, they have to do it. They have to do it themselves. There's certain, like, journeys people have to go on by themselves.
Yeah, you can only help somebody.
That is 100% true. Some walks have to be walked alone.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that he needs to do himself. He has to love himself enough to be able to.
You do have to love yourself
somebody
before
else.
you love someone else. That is 100%
And that's
true.
extremely hard for you because you're somebody who loves him so much that you have to, like, do a tough love and take a step back. But you want to help him so bad. You want to show him, like, you're there.
Man,
to
it's
support
actually
him.
wild you say that because, like, I really don't love myself, but I fucking love Abby.
But, like, hopefully, like, that comes too.
Yeah.
And, like, I want to love myself,
That's
but, like...
but that's a big thing, is that could be your ultimate downfall.
Okay. I like that.
Like,
no, I like that.
Not, like, putting it out there, but...
No, I love it. I
you
just, like...
not loving yourself makes... Yeah, you
I've
love
never
her.
been into me, because I didn't think it was something anybody wanted to be. And not that I want to be something that people want to be, but, like, I always felt like it was something of a personality that, like, nobody else wanted to take on. As the little white kid, many older brothers, what responsibilities come with that, treating them like people, not like players, not asking for shit, treating them like family, and then spiraling down the responsibility of, like, not going apeshit, that your sister gets full rides to UC, the parents clearly have more time invested in the one, and the older brothers, and then being the perfect little middle. Like, I never thought anybody wanted this. So I definitely don't fucking love it. Why would any... And when I met Abby, I was like, wow, I feel like this is really the first person met me from another state, really is like, no, I fucking love this. That's why I love Abby, because she's the first person I really felt like really did love me.
Yeah.
And I know my parents, like, love me because they made me. They have to. But, like, that was the first person that did it completely free will.
Yeah.
Because a parent kind of doesn't have free will to love you. They kind of have a little bit of a contract to love you.
And I don't think, like, that many guys actually talk about that kind of insecurity. Like, it's not normalized as much, but I do
Exactly.
feel
Why can't people get sensitive?
Yeah. And, like, we do a really bad job of society, like, telling guys, like, they can't talk about their feelings, they have to be a manly man, stuff like that. But I think that is true for a lot of people. And, you know, obviously, like, you and Abby's situation, like...
And she
you
feels
love
like the
her
disappointment of her family.
But, like, you
And
guys
I
love
feel
each
like
other
that.
so much that, like, that's maybe one of the things you guys can tackle for each other. Like, you can start to believe, like, she truly loves you so much, and you're like, oh, this is going to give me the confidence, like, she does.
Maybe I am worth something loving.
Yeah, like...
I don't know. And, like, my thing was, the other thing was that she always told me, like, if I ever came home one day and was like, hey, pack your shit, it's California, it's New York, this is what's happening tomorrow for stand-up, and it's happening, and it's working. Okay, I'm packing.
And that's
somebody
wonderful.
willing to pack all that shit up then because they believe in the idea of this.
Yeah.
Somebody who really did sit down with me and saw the light that I think I've seen of, like, hey, I know it's a really slim percentage, but I think I'm one of them. And I know that's a hard sentence to say because who the fuck am I? Preble County fucking who knows what's it.
Right.
But, like, I don't know. I've met too many musicians and baseball people and lived too many funny things to not think it's not worth trying to make somebody laugh.
Absolutely, yeah.
And, like, I think stand-ups just have something about them. And when I finally said stand-up out loud, I was like, that's what I wanted to be, it just made sense. And, like, I don't know, now that I said it out loud, like, as being two of my oldest friends, does it seem crazy? Does it seem impossible?
No, it makes
Especially after having you on this. Like, does it feel like it could be attainable someday?
So it was kind of funny, like, when you first, like, had said, like, you started doing stand-up, my initial thought wasn't just, like, oh, fuck, like, oh, okay. No, it was, like, honestly, I'm like, this is, like, if this kid's gonna do something...
Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't
like,
really talk about it because it does make me cry a little bit. The first time I was on stage, the very first time... Because I had done choir for years, I had performed, but it was just different. The way the microphone felt like electricity in my hands, and, like, the way my feet felt like they were connected to the stage, and like it just felt like my heartbeat beat with the crowd, and like it just felt like that was the first time I felt like I belonged on Earth.
Yeah.
I never felt like I belonged on the golf course or at the school or like anywhere doing anything in the IT program and pools class, and it was fun, but it just didn't feel like that was it.
And that's like, part of it, though. Like, we have to go through all those shitty things to like kind of dwindle out. Like, yeah, this definitely isn't fucking it for me.
And when I finally found that one thing, I wanted to be good at it. But now that I found my thing, like I want other people to find their thing. And like I want to like, do you guys think you found what you connect with? Like obviously,
that's kind of a hard question.
One of you's a teacher. I mean, not. Just kidding. Nobody likes kids here.
No, not at all. Terrible.
It's called a fucking joke. But like, I don't know.
That's kind of a hard question because like, I don't know.
Because I think, and here's the way I think you can identify it. When you feel at home. And that can be raising the kid.
Yeah.
It can be teaching the kids. It can be on stage. It can be just something
you
do that just feels, this is what makes me feel complete.
Feel like I get that, yeah. Being
and
with
the only
my kids,
kind of like switching your major story, like tell that, like that feeling right there.
Yeah. So the end of what would have been considered my junior year of college, I was studying for my MCAT, ready to go to medical school. And as I started studying, the more I studied, the more I realized that it's absolutely not what I wanted to do. So...
Isn't it terrible you discover it while you're doing it and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, and so then I'm like, well, I'm this far in this degree, and technically it's going to take just about the same time as I finish this degree and do a 2-year program, whereas if I just change my whole major, so I'll just finish this degree. So that was awful. That was the worst year of my life, was trying to finish a degree on something I absolutely did not want, hated, and it was literally the hardest degree
My cousin
I
has
could
like
have
6
gotten.
degrees, and she just keeps going to college because she just can't figure out what the fuck she wants.
Yeah, I would have taken some time off.
And I'm like, damn, you're hella certified though.
But the one thing that like I knew that I was passionate about was like kids, so I started working at the daycare, and yeah, I've definitely made the correct choice. Yeah, especially when I'm with the school agers. Like,
and that's what
I know
irks me.
that
Like,
I'm making the right decision.
When Abby's like, I'm just an overpaid daycare or a babysitter, I'm like, no, like every story you tell me with these kids and the way.
Shit, I'm underpaid. What is she talking about?
You know,
I feel like that's her home, but at the same time, like, I feel like Abby could be a stand-up. I feel like everybody could be a stand-up, and that's what I hate about it, because like not everybody could be a stand-up.
Right.
But how dare I say that all these people I've met in my life I think are funny enough? Like I thought one of my openers could be Trevor. And his bit would be that like the mic is too high and he's jumping for it.
Aww.
And then I have to come out and be like, why are you laughing? He's crippled.
Yeah.
And then Trevor's first joke is like, well, it's true. Look at me. And like, I don't
Bring
know.
him on. Make him your opener.
Bro, we talked about it during his episode, and obviously this comes out before his or after his.
I want to. Can I? If I like
ask anything you'd
listen,
like.
Okay, one of like guest 2 here and myself. If we were gonna be your opener, what bit would you put with that?
That's a good question. So,
now this can either be
I'm
like
really
together.
sorry, guest 2.
I was gonna say this could be together
I'm
or
really.
separate.
I'll get to guest 1, but guest 2, I'm really sorry. Because obviously your bit, you're gonna come out wearing like some really sexy shit, but something that really shows off like your dimensions. That way you can be like, that's right, twig bitches can be fuckable too. And then you do some kind of like skinny bitch bit, and I like that concept of it, of like a bad bitch that don't weigh much. Like, you know, you can be a boss and get picked up and treated like a fuck toy. Yeah.
That's actually...
Break me like some chopsticks, motherfucker.
That comes back full circle. You asked what I look for in a man, and
Oh.
it's definitely the ability to, like...
Give that energy.
I want to know that you probably could fuck me up.
That's funny.
Snap across cross than me.
Maybe that's why I like Abby, because I feel like she could beat me up at any point if I just piss her off enough. And for guest one, I honestly think you could play, and I've seen it in so many comedy clubs, the mom who's really bad
Okay.
when the kid goes to bed, or like the religious mom that's just like doing weird shit at night and like doing funny things when like the lights go out. Because I've seen that one who's like, yeah, like I can't tell you how many times after my son goes to bed, I'm just like, oh God, please don't masturbate tonight. I just want to get some sleep. Because our walls are too thin and he thinks I can't hear him, but he's just moaning like, oh, Jaleesa. And I'm like, I don't give a shit about Jaleesa. Just stop coming in your socks. I gotta keep washing them.
I mean, obviously, clearly that would be an easy go-to, because...
Joke what you are.
Kids are
You're a
the
mom.
easiest.
You're
Yeah.
skinny. It's something they can see on the surface. You wear it. You wear mom energy. You care. Like you're a bad bitch, but like you give a shit, and you look like you still have a cough drop on you. And like I don't know. And like I think it's easy to write a bit about anybody because, especially if you know them. But even
Yeah.
on the surface, like it's easy to roast people. It's because
Yeah.
they wear so much on the surface. People are like, oh, you have to get to know them to like make fun of somebody. You'd be surprised. Like, you don't have to read through a book. A lot. They leave a lot written on the page, like daddy issues, mom doesn't love me, sister's better than me. Is this a book about me? I'm kidding. I love my family. If it's not clear. It did offend me that none of them wants to come on the show. I've tried to convince them so many times, and they're like, no, never.
Why?
It's just, I don't know.
I would think your sister at least would want to come on.
I asked her. I literally last time I went and got lunch with her. We sat down. We had some sandwiches at McAllister's, and I was like, "Here's the deal. I really want you to come on the show." Well, what would you ask me? And I gave her some questions, and we were sitting there talking about having a great time. And she's like, "I don't know. I don't want to know."
It'd be like this
And I'm like,
conversation right here.
I'm like,
no,
McKenna, what
we're
the
not
fuck?
doing
What do you mean no? Like, we had a fun time doing this,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the same thing. It's just talking, and like, it just aggravates me because like. And I'm not sure to be that guy, but like, say something did happen. Say I'm like walking the right state and some drunk driver fucking kills me.
Yeah.
And all that's left is the MP3s I got done.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to be one of them? Share that moment forever? Even when both of us are dead, that's still there for somebody to enjoy.
That's
If they
a
ever.
scary thought. Like, if like.
It's not scary, it's almost beautiful to me because no matter what I do, the jars don't go anywhere. Once you bottle that lightning. Like, I had one guest I thought that was going to come out gay on the show. That's there forever. We're playable forever.
So they did not.
I said, have you ever sucked a cock? He said, unfortunately not. And I said, unfortunately?
Okay.
I didn't know what that meant.
That was interesting. Yeah, that would be like a big bombshell, and then you would kind of be like, "That happened on my show."
He's like, I'm not saying like, and the best part was like, I was like, oh, let's talk about celebrity crushes, and I thought he was gonna say female, but he said a male, and then the funnier part was that like, usually when you say like, oh, a celebrity crush, that's who you would fuck. No, he said like, oh, I would let like so and so fuck me hard. It's like, well, that's definitely a different energy. To get fucked, not be the fucker.
Okay, for like a guy, maybe it's the same.
No, even for girls, you could be like, I'm gonna ride that fucking dick like a goddamn.
Some people, but I'm like, no, fuck me. Like, I'm not fucking you. Like,
You said you want this sex bit, and it comes full circle, and I try my best.
No, I was just saying, like, if a celebrity, like, that's how I always refer to it as. I'm, like, sitting here, like, oh, I'd let Clooney do some shit to me. I'm never sitting here, like, oh, well, okay, maybe I have made the comment, like, oh, the things I would do to him, but, like, in seriousness, I'm like, I don't have the fucking confidence to come in there, like, running the damn show.
Would
like,
you
can't
ever
tell
be
me
bold
what
enough
do.
to be like, do the whole setup of like a date night of like, hey, come over, and it's like, oh, he thinks it's one thing, and you come out in the full fucking like leather, you got a fucking like the fucking, you do the whole 9 yards.
Ew. So, I mean,
Guess too, you're welcome to answer this as well.
yeah.
See, okay.
Would you ever wear that
Actually,
bad bitch energy of
at
like,
one
put that
point-
fucking collar on?
Okay, I don't know about that.
I don't know much.
But at one point, my like boss was like, "This is what you need to do. You're gonna go. You're gonna find your sexiest lingerie. You're gonna go to his house. You're gonna sit on his couch, and you're gonna knock on his door, and you're gonna wear a coat and just that, and that is what you're gonna do." And I was like, I don't know about that.
That's a different
But-
energy. That's coming out the gate and be like, I'm here to fuck.
100% would not mind sitting on the couch when I got home, like lingerie. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite dynamics of dating Abby is that she's always like, "Can you call me when you're coming back from work?" And I always ask her, and she always gives me the same answer. And I always ask because I know it's the same thing. I just want to hear her say it. She's just like, "Can you call me when you're coming back from work?" I'm like, "Why, Abby?" She goes, "I just wonder when you're coming back." I'm like, "Why? What are you doing?" "I'm masturbating, okay? I'm trying to masturbate. You get in the way of it. I just want a little private masturbation time. We can fuck. I just want to get my own little session out of the way." And I get that. Everybody needs their solo time. Sex is great, but sometimes you need to be by yourself.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
And, like, I don't know. There's also this stigma that girls don't masturbate. What?
Yeah.
What? I don't understand that at all.
But I think that's, like, something that, like, you hear more, like, as you're younger. And probably, like, generational and, like, depending where you grow up, things like that, too. Like obviously, small town, like, growing up, you're like, that's not heard of, you don't talk about. But then I think, like, once you start branching out and growing up, there's, like, a bunch of other girls that might talk about it or other things, and you're just like, oh, shit, that's something normal that like, other people do or something, like. But.
I learned through a lot of my female interviews that the handle of a hairbrush has been a girl's best friend through high school.
Interesting.
Not the spiky part. Not the spiky part. Let me be clear to not the fucking part you put through your hair. The fucking handle. Jesus, Murphy. That visual at home. Oh, God!
I mean, if somebody likes it, maybe.
If you're brave enough, anything can be a dildo. Abraham Lincoln said that. I don't know if he said
Direct
that.
quote, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I read that in a textbook somewhere.
But, like, I don't know. I also think it's funny that I don't do video on these shows because I can just audibly be like, by the way, America and the rest of the world, I got 2 bitches on my bed right now. What the fuck are you doing in a fucking... What date is it today? It's 8/14/2020. Suck a dick.
It's 15 now.
Well, it's past midnight, and I'm going to label it as 14.
Way past midnight.
Don't break the immersion.
I'm kidding.
We're running at 3 a.m. right now.
I know. We'll cut it at some point because I'm sure you two have shit to do.
Shit to do at 3 a.m.
I meant drive home. Yeah, drive home and sleep.
We're sleeping.
Is there anything you want to ask me?
Well, I mean, like...
Either of you ever wanted to ask me? This is the time you would ask.
No, so like, those are one of the topics that you have to tell us ahead of time.
No, like...
We didn't have time to prepare.
No, like...
Anything you ever wanted to ask?
Brighton, I've always asked you.
I know.
I don't think so. I mean...
Because I saw myself blow your mind a little bit when I was like, yeah, none of our little friend group, like, ever showed each other.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me, but, like, I didn't go around thinking all the time, like, I wonder if fucking Brighton showed his damn...
Well, because I always think, I was like, I bet girls aren't very, like, I bet girls aren't just flashing their titties and pussies
Oh, hell
to each
yeah,
other.
we are.
That's
Everybody.
awesome.
I know so many girls that are like that.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's wild. And, like...
Especially, like, when you're the freshman in, like, for volleyball in the locker room, like, the senior girls will be like, here's fair warning, freshmen. I don't give a fuck. Naked.
Straight up.
I love it. That's fucking awesome. And, like, I don't know. It's just one of those things that, like, I think there's that weird stigma about nudity, and, like, it's just nice to know that some people are, like, a little more open but then how open, like, behind closed doors? Well, what's a closed door? And,
I think, like, the best part about it, honestly, is because, like, obviously, we can Google whatever shit, but it's so much easier, like, dude, does this look weird? Or, like I said, like, I show my best friend my nudes that I sent her, like, because it's, like...
Needles.
Like, which one do I send? Which one looks better? Or, you know, like, just to be able to, like, hey, you know, in bed, do you ever think of this? Or does this feel like... Just kind of, like, getting that, like, reassurance of, like, okay, I'm not the only person in the world that thinks of this or looks this way. Like, I guess, and that's probably apparently easier for girls, but...
Right.
I don't know, honestly.
Let me ask you this, because I'm curious, and I want guest 2 to answer first to make sure at least I give her a chance to fucking voice, because I am going to try to get her to speak as much as I can on this second bit. If you could give girls any advice in bed, what would you say? One piece, something you've learned through experience.
This goes back to high school, as in, if you don't want to give it up, you don't give it up. And even if it's someone you think you love, if it's down to that, it's not love, and you just, it's time to go, time to cut it.
Like, even if you're sitting there making out with the dude and you thought, like, this was gonna be it, like, before you guys even get there, like, you can say, no, fuck it, stop, I'm done. Like,
yeah,
that's good.
It's fine
That's
to say
great.
no. It's fine to put the brakes on.
I definitely wish I would have, like, learned more, like, about that borderline.
You
Because
have the
that's-
right to say no.
That's not rape, but it's not consensual.
It's
Yeah.
a weird
And
in between of
it's-
nobody knows what to say. And
Yeah, and that's definitely somewhere where I would have wished I was taught more on how to draw that line.
Okay.
And like be strong enough to like make that like
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit if you're gonna go try and like slander my name, but fuck you, I'm not doing this right now. Like
Right.
I get that. That's great.
That is good. The right to say no. Never be afraid. What would you say? Like, and it could be even like, I'm not sure if it's gross, but like technique or something you've learned. Like,
Well, see, okay, honestly, when you first asked the question, like
I knew that's where your brain went. I saw it, and I knew that guess two was gonna get some better shit. I was like, you can answer second because I know yours is gonna be grosser. You gotta stretch, and it's nice to squat.
I mean, okay, I guess just from experience, the biggest thing is like, as a girl, and for me, I was always more insecure, so it was like learning, like, it's not, like, don't just go into it about, like, fuck, okay, I joke about, like, I want to be fucked. I want to be fucked, but as he's fucking me, I'm gonna do what makes me feel good. So, like, pleasure yourself, and he will like that you are into it and, like, doing that to yourself, like.
Okay, so you're saying don't be afraid that if you're fucking and he's like not playing with the clit,
Yeah.
it's fine for you to play with yourself to make sure you get off.
Yes, because he's gonna enjoy that.
Because you have your also, again, we said it earlier, everybody has the right to come. Why
Yeah.
shouldn't you get off?
Yeah. And
Do
then,
what you need to.
I definitely, yeah. Because, and a lot of times too, like, most guys, if they're not experienced, like, they're dumb as shit and they're not getting that. So, like.
Yeah. I would say from my partners and my experience, the one thing I would throw out to anybody, if I could give any advice on sex, is just don't be afraid to fucking talk. And I'm not even saying talk about like pillow talk. I'm saying don't be afraid to be like, is this working for you? Or would you like me to try something different? Or like, don't be afraid
I think we should all
be
advocate
given.
for that.
I don't think you should be afraid to be given direction.
Yeah.
Because, you know, no one knows this person better than the person in front of you. So ask them, what would you like? Oh, you want me to slap your tits and call you daddy? Fucking I can do that.
So it's like, but like, you have to do it in the right way. So instead of just being like, you're not fucking getting it, dude, like.
Yeah, and there's a nice way to say
yeah,
everything.
like, oh, God, babe, that feels so good. But like, dude, like, can
Do you
can
think,
you go slower?
honey, I love
like,
this, and I'm not trying to
oh,
like...
fuck, go
yeah,
slower.
and this
Yeah.
me, I always add too many words, so I'm like, oh, you know what, we maybe like a little different? It's so weird to bring it up. I guess that's a good one. How do you like transition when something's like okay in bed, but then you're like, you know what would be a lot better, but how do you bring it up? Like, again, you said you're not an instigator, you're a wallflower. That's probably hard for you to be like,
Yeah.
hey, put your thumb in my ass. I'm kidding.
Can we bring that up for a slight second? So, like, if you are doing something in bed that, like, some people might like, but
Do you agree that
just
the dude
know-
should have to give a warning? Or do you not want the warning, and is that the hot part?
It's hard. So,
Because
like,
Max tried to get me to do it so many times. He's like, bro, I just don't even, I'm just, boink.
So, like, yeah, because, like, some people could be into that, but then, like, if somebody's not, how do
Now
you
your
then-
thumb's in their ass.
yeah, like, how do you, like, tell that person, like,
Ooh, you mind
don't
taking
do
that
it?
out? Yeah,
I
like,
feel like you need to like talk about your boundaries before all of that.
again, that's what I said. Don't be afraid to put it on the table. Even before, like, hey, by the way, like, I'm cool to kiss, don't bite my lip. I don't want you to put anything in my ass and anything else. Just be reasonable and we're cool from there.
Yeah. And see, like, I'm not as direct, so I always have to be more passive, so
Be more direct.
I always, like, end up, like, flushing it out with, like, man, that time that you did this was so good. So, like,
You're trying to
feel
say
like
an after.
Yeah, well, like, I feel his head with, like, so if he did something, if he put his finger in my ass and I didn't like it, I won't ever really talk about that day much or that time period, but I will flood his memory with, like, that fucking time you went down on me.
The
And
other
like,
things that were good.
yeah, so, like, he kind of remembers, like, that one definitely worked for her. Or, and like, this is kind of awful, too, but, like, I won't, like, I will make sure I'm not, like, making any sounds, like, make sure my body's not, like, shaking or anything if he's doing something I don't like. So then as soon as he changes that...
It's obvious.
Yeah, I'm like,
The
that
way-
one
the
feels
way more
better.
into it than,
So
like-
hopefully, like, his
Okay.
dumb guy brain's like, fuck, that made her legs shake.
That's a good indicator
The
for
other
dudes
one
to
didn't.
listen to the hip shake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Follow the rhythm of the body.
make the legs, make your legs shake.
Make your legs shake. That's easy to say.
Yeah. And second advice, fucking protection. Always.
Why
Always.
don't people wear condoms?
I know.
Abby doesn't even want me to wear condoms. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't gotta say it feels good, but like, fucking wear protection. Like,
I don't. I guess dude does not feel the same apparently. Well, like,
we're just talking about who's.
I'm gonna tell you point blank to make you feel better. Abby has told me to my fucking face, like, it just like. I mean, yeah, you could come in me with a condom, but I'm not gonna get the fucking feel it myself. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're my first girlfriend I've ever like dumped loads into. You could be a little nicer about it.
Yeah.
Dumped loads is the way I'm gonna say it because that's how Sonny taught me to say it.
That's exactly how it needs to be.
Yeah, he's been dumping loads into that.
But no, like, clearly someone from who's had a kid, like, no, it definitely feels way better without. And that dumping loads feels great, but listen, like...
Just because she's on birth control does not mean you get to do that.
Yeah, and, you know, obviously you're protecting other things. Like, first of all, birth control's not 100%, condoms aren't 100%.
You could be taking antibiotics.
Yeah, when I
picked up Abby's birth control recently, I also picked up antibiotics, and the pharmacist literally told me, she was like, hey, by the way, just so you also know, and just in case she doesn't tell you, which I was like, wow, I really appreciate that, because I feel like I should have a right to know in my fucking relationship, because I feel like a kid is something that both parties should probably decide.
Honestly, if the pharmacist looked at you and said that, like, you should have looked at him and be like, I'm her fucking brother. Like,
damn, that's even funny. I should have been like, this is my sister's.
Yeah. Like, who the fuck are you? Total missed opportunity on that one.
Jesus, that's a good bit though.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
See, and like, okay, here's the difference. And okay, I admit I'm a dumb bitch. I take a medicine that I take birth control to like help my acne and face.
Right.
But I also take a medicine for my narcolepsy that literally for contraceptive purposes affects the birth control. So like they tell you like, hey, this is gonna have an effect with this medicine. If you're gonna have sex, if you're using it for contraceptive, like use a second form of protection. So me and red flags don't wear protection.
Why?
Because I'm a dumb bitch.
Oh my god, that's not an answer!
Because I want to advocate for advice telling people wear protection.
Do you want another kid?
So that's the conversation I've had with him. I'm like, listen, I have to tell you up front. I am on birth control, but I take a medicine that doesn't make it effective. And
I'm not trying to be that guy because I am an advocate for people being able to get abortions. But I know you as a person are not going to get an abortion. So I know if you get pregnant, you're going to have the kid.
Yeah, and so
Do you want another kid?
Yes.
Do you really?
Not like right now, eventually.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yes. I thought you meant like right now.
And obviously, like, no, he wouldn't be my top choice. I'd rather be married and all this stuff. But like, we've had that conversation of like, if it was to end up happening, both of us, like, obviously it's fine. Like, he said that before. He's like, obviously, if it's somebody I didn't want to take that chance with, like, yeah, I'm fucking double wrapping that shit. But then he's like, obviously, I think you're somebody.
Oh my gosh, so that's where it's coming from. You're drawn to him because it's the fact that he's like, I'm willing to start another kid with you.
I mean,
even if we're not together, I'm literally willing to fuck you to the point to where we might have another kid together. And this is the point I'm trying to draw into you now as the outside teacher of maybe he's not, again, teacher is a term loosely used, but he might just be not giving a shit completely about your feelings because he's also not the person birthing the child. He's not going through a lot of it, so he's not thinking about a lot of it. It's easy for him to dump the loads without condoms. It's a lot harder on you to not drink for fucking, is it 9 or 12 months? I don't remember how long babies cook for.
It's like 36 months, dude.
Shut the fuck up, that's not right. Now I don't know, and I know I can Google it, but that's no fun. But like however long babies cook in the oven, he doesn't have to deal with that. He doesn't have to deal with the hormones. He doesn't deal with breastfeeding. He doesn't deal with any of it. Why? Because the guys have it way fucking easier. Yeah. Of course we have it easier. What do you mean? Like,
I don't know where he's coming from, but I was just like, listen, as long as I make that up front to you, like, that's fine. I mean, I don't want to raise your kid with you, still be safe and careful and all that stuff, but like, obviously I'm still messing around with the dude without a condom on, but I don't know. I also think too, and you see this thing more with girls. You always hear like, oh, she wanted to get pregnant. She like was fucking.
What?
Like you've never heard that? Have you like?
I've heard that for sure.
Yeah. Like.
Well, okay, I've heard that for some girls that actually said out loud, like, oh yeah, I definitely want a kid.
Well, like they're gonna go fuck. Basically, okay, like the song "Gold Digger," kind of like sugar daddy's like, I'm gonna go get fucked up by this guy because like I want to keep him. I'm gonna trap him. Dumb shit like that. I mean, maybe it's something like that. Like maybe he wants. I'm not, I guess, specifically talking about red flags anymore, but like maybe a guy like wants to get a girl pregnant just so it's like you have to fucking be with me now or something. Like if he was feeling that the girl wasn't that into
If you have
him,
a kid together, you always have some kind of relationship.
right? And so
For at
like,
least
maybe,
18 years, and you might
But
have
it's
sex
like still,
for 18
it's the rest
years.
of your life that you
Yeah.
are with that person. Because you gotta think, like, okay, yeah, they're 18, they're graduated, they're out of the house, but now there's weddings, and there's grandkids, and there's grandkids' birthdays, and there's grandkids'
But you have to think
balls.
about the dudes that really just don't give a fuck about that shit. And I'm not trying to be shitty about this guy because I don't personally like know him, but like it happens in army dudes where they just fucking dump loads and they're just like, I'm gonna go fucking army. I could die. I don't give a shit about you doing all this shit. You know what I mean? Like they don't give a shit. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like again, they give a shit, but like
Yeah, that makes sense.
they
But
gave a shit. They'd be in the house.
But like with this dude, he, like I said, he doesn't want me to succeed because he wants me to
To be
meet
dependent
him.
on him.
So again, maybe like he.
And I
sees-
think that's toxic.
It,
He should
well,
look at
definitely. We know it's toxic. his name is Red Flags. Like it's toxic.
Yeah, we already know.
But like maybe he sees that like I'm not completely into him to like I'm not begging for him to like please make me your girlfriend and make us exclusive. So like maybe he still sees like there's a little bit of a chase. Like if there was a scare or to get her pregnant, she would then be in a relationship with me. This is honestly a perspective that I just now thought of. Like, I'm not thinking he's really trying to...
No, I know. I use this show to try to bring people to epiphanies about things in their lives.
Right here.
Right
That
now.
was- that
Happening
was-
right now. Because when you ask me, it's like, do you think you have multiple loves? Of course. I've told Abby. I mean, you've seen how much me and Abby love each other, and we told each other love again if one of us dies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because love is such a beautiful thing, and like, why would you not want anyone to be in
And I
that?
think each love is different, too.
Plus, I think
Absolutely.
each love teaches you things, the good
It
and the
does.
bad.
Right.
And like, I don't know, it's just something that like I've always treated relationships like scars on the heart. So some scars are
deep.
big, some are little, some have great stories, some don't. But no matter what you do, it's still there.
Yeah. So I'm writing a book. I don't know if I said that on there, but yeah, I'm writing a book. So on all my chapters is kind of the same thing. Like there's this one guy that we weren't even in a real like long serious relationship, but he was just who I needed in that point in time in my life.
And
And
it's a little nick.
yes,
And it's
he
something,
holds a part
even
in
if
my
it's
heart.
even though it's a small scar, you're like, oh, this is when I fucking did that guy, and he taught
Yeah.
me these great, beautiful little things, and like,
Right. Like, he was needed. He's always going to have a place in my heart. I'm always going to hope that he does well and finds happiness and all that stuff. But, like, no, I don't think he was ever my true love. But there was that little thing on my heart.
and like, I don't know. I've always viewed relationship as scars,
Yeah.
and like,
James.
the Hannah scar I have is terrible, and I hate it, and I regret it forever, but I can't remove it. And then the Olivia scar is one that, to this day, I still don't know how to feel about. But then you carve the Abby scar, and you're like, this is the first scar I'm proud of? And that's different.
Yeah.
Because it's still a scar. And there's room for more. If you don't want there to be more. But life's dangerous. It takes many things. Cancer, random acts of fucking whatever but live in it thing you want to believe in. Lightning. I could keep going. People die.
Yeah.
And I think it's fine to talk about love after death. Because, and I've talked about this in Levi and Nick's show, like, all those people that constantly view Olivia's death site, you're just living in a moment that's not going to ever happen again, and, like, you're not allowing your heart to get new love. You're trying to dig up love that is well fucking buried and not coming back. And it's sad, but it's the truth. It's just not coming back. So it's good to fucking find that real love now. That new love. You need new love. Everybody needs new love. Old love is nice, but it's old for a reason. Everything upgrades. Everything evolves. Everything keeps going. Technology, bio things, cells, everything upgrades. So why wouldn't love?
So, like, I kind of agree. I mean, I'm definitely a person, like, I don't, like, if you bury them in the ground, that's not them, that's not there. I can talk and think about them and be in the moment with them at any point. But I think still for, like, certain sites and physical places, I think it's more of just, like, a healing thing for some people. Like, I can go back to certain places and it's gonna trigger something, whether
Yes.
it's good or happy or bad.
But
or
my
sad.
argument, and I hate to say this, but you're living in the past.
But
You're
some
staying
people,
there,
yeah,
and
but
they
that's,
need
like,
that to heal for sure.
Yeah, like,
but like
that's
you're
part
in
of it.
danger of falling victim to really living in it and never
Some
getting out of it,
people,
and
yeah.
like never getting out of it. I mean, like for the next 40 years, you're like, oh, that was the love that couldn't happen. You wasted 40 years on a love that, yeah, it didn't happen, but you could have used those 40 years to find your next love.
I guess I'm looking at it in a love perspective, maybe, but...
And love is determined by many things. Love of having a child. Love of having a partner in bed. Love of having a father figure.
Mm-hmm.
If your father dies, you're allowed to find another father figure. You're never going to replace your dad, but it's fine to have a mentor and master. I have many masters because I think it's important to have many teachers. Why? That's what builds the best kung fu warriors, rap artists, or comics. So like...
little PSA, if there are any people out there that have lost their fathers, I am willing to replace anybody as deaf as their daddy. I am open, available. Hit
We
me
got
up,
so serious.
slide into the DMs. I'll be your father.
Hit up daddy. She won't be your sugar daddy, but you can be hers. I would take a sugar daddy. I would take feet pictures for money. I think that's fine.
People who take feet pictures for money, that's a whole different level. Like, congrats to them. I wish I had that, like, ability.
Well, listen, I definitely, I have fun with these. And, I try to get serious. And I try to talk about many serious things. But, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The conversation doesn't matter because I don't even remember these until after I edit them. And then I'm like, did we really talk about love and random shit?
Yeah.
But I don't know. In the moment, I like making sure those shows are fun in that second.
Uh-huh.
Because even if some people do regret them later and they don't want to be on them, well, at least I had a fun moment in
Absolutely,
that moment.
yeah.
And I don't know.
Take some fun pictures and
on the couch.
throw in some Danny DeVito cutouts, and that's good.
Well, listen, I've had a good show. I hope you two have had too. Is there anything else you want to say before? You plugged your book. Are you working on anything?
No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. VIP.toes. I can't!
Oh, God damn it, you two. Well, I've had two bad bitch foot models on my bed for far too long apparently today. Listen, this has been the Disappointing Radio Show. I've been DJ Disappointment. On cushion one, I have had the lovely guest of
Emiliee Banks.
And I've had the pleasure of having guest two also.
Mariah Hankins.
And I've had a damn good time. I hope this teaches anybody at home about sex, love, relationship, and everything else in between. And just like everything else, the culture shocks will reflect that. Because at the end of the day, I think it's fine to love, and I think it's fine to explore. And I think it's fine to talk about things that don't work and do work. Because at the end of the day, who of us really got it right?
No one.
John Lennon didn't.
No.
That shit didn't work out. And they were in a bed together for 2 weeks in New York to prove a point. No. My point is, shit done changed. But at the end of the day, we love you and hope we love you us. So, I guess I'll stop drunk rambling. I just don't really like ending the show because I like Danny DeVito. It looks like he always has something to add and he never has something to say. You fucking cut out.
You need to get some...
Listen, I'll cut this out and we'll end the show. Enjoy your last culture shocks. This has been the Disappointing Radio Show, and DJ Disappointment has talked for a very long time as his girlfriend has been asleep on a fucking couch. Enjoy. This next culture shock, I'm not dedicating to either one of the ladies because this is the Disappointing Radio Show, and I have to remind every single guest, even the two people that I hope listen to this one episode, get let down by the music choices. So this song is just a song I really like. It's by the Wu-Tang Clan, but I hope both of the ladies listening are like, you know what? I'll give it a fair shot. He did pick some nice lady songs earlier, so I'll listen to his male songs. But we really shouldn't even be about gender. It's just about cool flows. So please enjoy Above the Clouds by the Wu-Tang Clan, and we'll be back after this.
It has come to our attention that a mysterious force is loose somewhere in outer space.
The mysteries of creation are there.
Up in the sky?
Up in the sky.
The moon and the planets are there, and new hopes for knowledge and peace are there. And therefore, as we set sail, we ask God's blessing on the most hazardous and dangerous and greatest adventure on which man has ever embarked.
Lord and master shall bring disaster to evil factors. Demonic chapters shall be captured by kings through the storms of days after, and to the earth from the sun through triple darkness to blast you with a force that can't be compared to any firepower, for its mind power shared. The brainwave causes vessels to circulate like constellations reflect at night off the lake. Word to the Father and Mother Earth, seeking everlasting life through this hell for what it's worth. Look, listen, and observe, and watch another sea cypher pulling my peeps to the curb. Heed the words, it's like ghetto-style proverbs. The righteous pay a sacrifice to get what they deserve. Cannot afford to be confined to a cell. Brainwaves swell, turning the desert to a well. Experience the best teacher. Thoughts will spray like street sweepers. Little daddy street preacher, illustrious feature. Narrator you select, accompanied by deck plus the DJ you respect. 7.5 combined over the front line. The 10%ers promoting slander in the airtime. Bear in mind, jewels be the tools of the trade. Sharp blades, heavenly praise, and dues are paid. Above the crowds, above the clouds, where the sounds are original. Infinite skills create miracles. Warrior spiritual. Above the clouds, raining down, holding it down.
Yeah, I leave scientists mentally scarred. Triple extra large, wild like rock stars who smash guitars. Poison bars from the guards, bust holes in your mirage. And catch a charge, shake them down like the riot squad. Invade your zone, ruin like ancient Rome. I span the universe and return to earth to claim my throne. The maker, owner, plus soul controller. Ayatollah, rest in the sky, the clouds my sofa. Stand like Colossus, regardless to whom or what. Numerous attempts in my life, so who to trust? Who but us? To supply her with the fire, the burning truth. 150 absolute proof on the mic like Moses spoke in Golden Scribe. Survivor of the oldest tribe whose soldiers died. I know the 5 families, we shed tears and mourn, but our hands are on the ammo cause the battle's still on. Sound the horn. We come rumbling through the function. Precise laser beam technique to touch something. When we die hard, they build a monument to honor us with. Humongous effect in the world, we could have conquered it.
Above the crowds, above the clouds, where the sounds are original. Infinite skills create miracles. Warrior spiritual. Above the clouds, raining down, holding it down. Above the clouds, where the sounds are original. Infinite skills create miracles. Warrior spiritual. Above the clouds, raining down, holding it down.
I don't think I could write a better song if I fucking tried, honest to God. This next song is the last song, and I dedicate it to both of the females, even though they probably haven't heard it, because it is technically a After Death remix of Biggie's. But it's You Better Stop Her, because honestly they should have said You Better Stop Them, because these two individuals are two ladies that no one can stop. They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of, good memories to bring up with me because we grew up together. But hey ho, we're not allowed to say who. But I will tell you this, they do mean a lot to me. And if they are listening by this point, I hope they enjoyed the show. And I hope you come back. And I hope you goof around with me and Abby again. And we get more pictures. And we do a part 2 and all that. And, I hope your friend, guest one, Skeeter, comes on. That's a little shout out to him. Maybe a little preview for the future. But until then, please enjoy You Better Stop Her by Biggie Smalls, and we will not be back after this.
You want to set us up?
I mean, I could. I could. Yo, instantly we blaze trees before these hoes swing low on Lil C's. The friskiest MC, quick to mix PC and Pepsi. Had you bar tripping in my Ford Expedition. Listen, diamonds and rhyming put me back on top. I pop one with lemons and the platinum drop. When players anthem drop, y'all was like, look at shorty chocolate rock. I suggest you jump out them clothes too. We can go on and on like Erykah Badu. Or we could get freaky in the Lex 450. While you lick me, I'm doing 60 quickly. Females are black tails down to hustle up. Wanna cuddle up, you shy? I'm your comforter. I know you love it, huh? I make it feel right if it's real tight. Wrong hole, alright?
I make your mouthpiece obese like Della Reese. When I release, you lose teeth like little C's. Player please, blood flood your dungarees. And that's just the half of my war path. Laugh now, cry later. I rhyme greater than the average player hater. And spectators buy my CD twice. They see me in the streets, they be like, yo, he nice. But that's on the low though. Be them cats with no dough, try to play me at my show. I pull out 4 foes and go up in their clothes. Short change, snort cane. Abortion came quicker, bought the range, nigga. It still tickle me. I used to be as strong as Ripple B. To little C's cripple me. Now I play hard like my girl's nipples be. The game sour like a pickle bee. Y'all know the rules. Move from BK to New Jerusalem. Think about all the planes we flew, females we ran through. Now the year's new. I lay my game flat. I want my spot back. Take 2. Mad cause I blew. Players envy us. Too many players on my shit strenuous. When my men bust, you just move with such stamina. Slugs missed ya, I ain't mad at ya. Slugs rushing, bun bushing, concussions. Catch cases, come out frontin', smoking something, sipping white Russians, bitch in the Benz bumping. Laced it with the basic, 6 TVs, a system, knocking mace. Face it, we hard to hit. Guard you before I hit you with your re-up. Light the P up, lick shots, woke your seat up. Went in the ashtray, spark the weed up. I'm flaming gats, aiming at these maniacs. Put my name in rap, so part the game is that like you hustle backwards. I smoke backwards in Dutchies, you can't touch me. Try to rush me, slugs go touchy touchy. You're bleeding lovely with your spirit above me or beneath me. Your whole life you live sleepy, now you rest eternally sleepy. You burn when you creep me, rest where the worms and the weak be. My 9 flies, baptized, rap guys with the Holy Ghost. I put holes in most, you hold your toes shaky. Slipping trying to break me, look what you made me do. Brains blue, my team in the marine blue. 6 coupe, niggas in my faction don't like asking questions. Strictly gun testing, coke measuring, giving pleasure in the Benzito, hitting fannies, spinning chips at Manny's. Hope you creeps got receipts. My peeps get dirty like cleats. Run up in your crib, wrap you in your polo sheets. 6 up in your wig piece, nigga deceased. Why? May you rest in peace with my sycamore style, more sicker than yours. 4-4 and 54 drawers as my pilot steers my leer. Yes, my dear, shit's official. Only the feds I fear. Here's a tissue. Stop your blood clot crying. The kids, the dog, everybody dying. No lying. So don't you get suspicious. I'm big dangerous. You're just a little vicious. As I leave my competition, respirator style. Climb the ladder to success, escalator style. Hold y'all, breath I told y'all. Death controls y'all. Big don't fold y'all. I spit phrases that'll thrill you. You're nobody till somebody kills you. Your reign on the top was short like leprechauns as I crush so-called willies, thugs, and rapadons. Get in that ass quick fast like Ramadan. It's that rap phenomenon, Don Dada. Fuck Papa, you got to call me Francis MH. White intake like totes. Toe iron was told in shootout, stay low, keep firing, keep extra clips for extra shit. Who's next to flip on that cat with that grip on rap? The most shady, Frankie baby. Ain't no telling where I may be. May see me in DC at Howard Homecoming with my man Capone dumbing fucking something. You should know my stilo went from 10 G's for blow to 30 G's a show to orgies with hoes I never seen before. So Jesus, get off the notorious peanuts before I squeeze and bust. If the beef between us, we can settle it with the chrome and metal shit. Make it hot like a kettle get. You're delicate, you better get who sent you. You still pedal shit. I got more rides than Great Adventure.